That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
darling.
Ayo.
Hello.
How'd everybody's week go?
Okay, Mark, I found it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Here we are. Yeah, okay. All right. What do we got here? I did. Okay, got it. Ah, okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Whoop, there it is.
Oop, there it is. Who let the dogs out? I mean, at this picture, if I can upload it. Yeah, who?
At the age of
Me.
48, I'm still wondering who did that and who
When
opened
Yeah.
the gate and let the chicken out.
When Andrea was little, when we used to go out like to a restaurant, they would play music. They would play that. Oh, she just lit up. Like, who let the dogs out? And who? It was so cute. She was just a little thing. She used to love when that song came on. It was
These pictures.
Yeah, it used to be a neat restaurant. Dick Clark's American Bandstand restaurant. It was good. It was fun to go to, and the food was good. I don't know why it didn't last.
What's up, Curtis?
Hey,
I'm
Curtis.
going to redo the. I'm going to redo the intro from last week.
Okay.
It's going to be longer this time. It's going to be the same one. I got to make up for last week.
Than the one guy doing the intro about spanning
Yeah.
the globe.
Yeah.
It happened.
Well, it was still cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is. I think the Barbarian. He's one of my favorites for the opening intro.
Yeah, we used to have trouble with that one, but I think I finally got it
This
fixed.
last one was Robert Gibson last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again this week because it was so.
I
screwed
am
up last time.
watching Spanning the Globe.
Yeah.
You gotta get the thumb up to finish it off. You're watching the Spending the Globe, like that. Okay, I gotta
like
get this.
this. I am watching Spanning the Globe.
Yeah. Okay. Let me edit this picture first. Upload it. Okay, done. Send to me. Wish there was a faster way to do this. Okay.
Show's not even started. You got a question already, Mark?
Okay, well, I'll get to it later. Tending to business right now.
We are paying the bills, if you will.
If you will.
Hot
we got
times, baby.
Because we got hot times. Yeah.
Hot times.
Hard times, baby.
We're sitting there, we're in alleys eating pork and beans.
Sipping in the alleys, eating pork and beans out of
We
cans.
dined with
That's right.
kings and queens and eating pork and beans.
That's right.
I still
let me get these
remember.
pictures.
I took a bit of his promo and I used it as the warning promo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I've drank with kings and slept with their queens.
Okay, here we go. That one.
Hey, Ashley, congratulations again.
This one.
Hey, Ashley.
Awesome news. Awesome news.
My
Yeah, congratulations.
sweet daughter.
Yeah, I was telling Mark I got props from corporate, so I'm on cloud 9.
Wow,
You'll show off some of those props tonight.
Yeah.
Hey,
One of
Curtis,
those
send me a
props.
private message. That we'll talk about private. You're welcome. One minute
I
left,
hired my
guys.
first employee, which will be starting sometime this month.
And she's beautiful.
So don't stop me off early, Mark.
He
This
told me
is
they were
not even the
very, very
second hour
relaxed.
yet.
He told me they were very, very relaxed on the dress code. We're very little.
I say that loud, my wife will kill me.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
What's
I
up,
lagged
Ricky?
again. If I lag again, guys, I apologize. I got something going on with this laptop, so I can't get a new laptop right now. I'm gonna try to reinstall Windows as soon as I get a hold of a Dell.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I need
Just
a new
have your
laptop.
code ready. Just have your
Huh?
Windows code ready.
Yeah.
Don't want to lose that.
Well,
Thanks
they
for
usually
tuning
send me
in,
a.
Ricky.
They usually do it for me.
Oh, really?
There you go. Yeah. There we go. We'll see you on the other side.
Hey guys, this is Robert Gibson, and you're watching Spanning the Globe.
Good evening, everybody. We are spanning the globe. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is Thursday night, and we're happy you're able to share your Thursday night with us. So I want to bring on. First of all, I am your host, Mark Maggard, aka the Marvelous One. So I'm gonna bring on my esteemed co-hosts. First of all, joining us from the great state of Ohio, Mr. Andy B. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
And Mr. Richard Ward, the Warden.
Andy, I love that fleece you got on.
Well, I don't have the blue fleece on. I just really enjoy good blue fleece.
Okay. Let's see what we got watching tonight. We have Platinum's watching again. He's
Platinum,
What's up,
Platinum?
first up on the board. First up on the
Yeah.
board. Yeah. Curtis, send me a private message after the show. We will discuss that question you had. Mr. Walt Dugan, thank you for
Hey,
joining
Walt.
us tonight.
Walt, what's going on?
Ashley, my beautiful daughter.
Ashley, congratulations, Ashley.
Hey.
Congratulations on your new job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Mr. Rick Hernandez, how's it going for you? We're doing
Doing
well.
good.
Thank you very much.
Doing good, Ricky.
Hi, Gianni.
Hey,
Hi, Jen.
Noor, what's going on?
Nor, welcome back.
What's up, Big Ben?
We cracked myself up right there. Mr. Big Ben.
It's not
He's
like,
like,
we just flew
"Hi,
right through it. You know.
there's
Oh, man.
there's Kevy.
What's up,
dear
Kevy?
Lord. That was not planned. I'm sorry. I just
But that's what made it so original, Mark.
Like I said, we wing it. What's
Best
up,
at it.
Cuddles?
Total.
can't talk. I can't talk. All right.
Mark's got to catch his breath, everybody.
I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I just want to remind everybody that this show is sponsored. I'll take it away, guys.
Sponsored
It's
by Mark
sponsored by the
Leather.
Laugh Factory. No, Mark Leather for all your leathering needs.
All your leathering
Contact
And
You'll
who
be taken care
Mark
of.
else?
Maggard at Mark Leather.
And who else? Oh, Unique Championship belts. Okay, I'm having some issues with belt cam. It's backwards.
I
It is backwards. Okay, sorry guys. Hold on a second.
Got that air guitar going on, Richard.
know.
Yeah.
I want to jam out every time I hear that.
Okay, is that? Oh, it's upside down. What is going on with this thing?
I keep
Okay.
picturing Scott Hall and Kevin Nash coming down to the ring.
There you go.
My stupid laptop or my phone is backwards. That's weird. Okay. Well, this is gonna be backwards, guys. I apologize, but I'm gonna show you. I don't know why it's doing this. Weird. It's gonna be a mirror image, but it's gonna be backwards. I apologize ahead of time. But I'm gonna show you the belt of the week as soon as I do this. All right. Let's bring on the belt cam. This is the belt of the week. Oh, it is. Okay, it's backwards on my view. Okay, that's fine. So this is the belt of the week. This is the, and I've had this belt a long time, but it's not had a backing on it because I was redoing the leather and just didn't get around to finishing it up. And I just finished it up this last week. So this is the U.S. Luger. Most of you will know this. Made more famous by Magnum TA and Nikita Koloff.
Mm-hmm.
These plates were made by Unique Championship Belts, one of our sponsors. And the leather is done by me. Although I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this leather, and there's two reasons why. The first one is this flag should have been on the other side. I should have put the big NWA letters over here. That's what I should have done. So I'm going to redo it. There's your snap box. The original did not have tooling, from what I understand. So that's the way I did this one. There's a few belts that didn't have tooling in the snap box. So.
Mine came out awesome, just like that.
And then over on this side, I put the little NWA, which is where I should have put the flag. but it'll be redone. But for now, it goes on my shelf. I'll be happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the leather cut. So that is the belt of the week. If you'd like a belt like this, you can order the plates directly from Unique Championship Belts and have them shipped to me, and I can put them on leather for you. So that's the belt of the week. Okay.
It's a great
right.
belt.
Thank
Great
you.
leather job.
That's my second favorite version of that of the U.S. title is that. Whoops, I'm on full screen. Is that belt right there? The 10 pounds of silver, which is right there. It's kind of blocked by the name there. Is my favorite, and this one's the second favorite, and the painted one's my third favorite.
So that
The one-
belt only came on black leather, like
Yeah.
when it was out in the organization. Okay.
Although
Yes.
I have seen some customs where they did them in red. It looked really nice. I didn't think I'd like it, but it looked good. But yeah, that's my favorite of the United States titles because that's when I started watching. Was Magnum TA with the what's wrong, Gianni?
Yeah.
I wonder what he's upset about.
I don't know.
2.
Okay, yeah, that's 2. And he's the second guy to fall asleep during our chat, and I wasn't there when he fell asleep.
Well, Gianni falls asleep regularly. You know, it's
Unique giggles, ultimate giggles.
Yeah. So we got a few things we want to talk about now. We may not go the whole 2 hours tonight. If we run out of material, we're just instead of going off the rails, we're going to go off the air.
mm-hmm.
I got a few things, and let me get this belt out here.
Okay.
Hey, you never know what can happen.
You never
You
know.
never
Never
know.
know.
Never know.
Never ever know.
We're gonna try and keep it family friendly tonight, boys.
Oh,
Mhm.
I also remind everybody, as I usually do at the front of the show, is if you are watching us on Facebook, you need to click on the StreamYard link. Otherwise, we can't see your name when we put it up on the screen. You show up as Facebook user. Don't let that happen to you.
Yeah.
Click on that link, or you can go to YouTube and look up the Wide World of Belts channel on YouTube, and look up the current live streaming of Spanning the Globe, and you can comment to your heart's content, and your name will show up there.
Yeah,
And if
don't
you're
be that
watching
guy.
us- Well, if you're watching us on YouTube, that is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast. That is Landon Bumgardner and Jake Keel. They do a great job out of Oklahoma City. So be
Thank
sure
you
you check them
guys.
out on Linktree and on Apple. I think Apple Podcasts. I believe they show up on there.
Yeah, we love to see who's watching,
We do.
participating.
Hey, Rylan. Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Rylan.
Rylan.
How you doing,
It's my
buddy?
grandson. He had a home run yesterday.
Awesome.
Congratulations. That's
Home
All
run
great.
yesterday.
right.
Baseball game. It
All
was
right.
Fielder's errors, but he hit home runs.
Still a home run.
Did he point to the outfield?
No, he didn't. I wasn't there. I was helping my other daughter.
I had my
Home.
wife's nephew do that at T-ball. I said, make sure when you get up to home plate, you point to the outfield.
Oh
He
yeah,
says,
yeah.
Why do I got to do that? I said, you'll watch the reaction of the crowd.
He made several outs on his own. He got on third base one time and drove in and,
Wow, that's
scored
great.
his first 2 runs of the season.
That's awesome.
Their team is
Good job,
struggling. They got a
Ryan.
bunch of kids. They got a bunch of kids that have never played before, so they're learning the game. So they struggle. So
Hey,
I really
that's-
like this. I really like this belt. This is nice. Very very nice.
It's all
I'll get
about
to you.
fun, man.
So I'm not sure how to take that, Kebby.
I
let's see,
want
is there
the
anything-
belt.
You want the belt? Yeah. He
Give
wants
it to
the
me
belt.
now. Give
Belt
it to
me
me
now.
now.
Oh, wrong guy. Sorry about that. This was Gianni when I mentioned his comment very briefly. All right. So, we were discussing. Oh, you showed your new belt off last week, didn't you, Andy? The Intercontinental. WGP Intercontinental.
Sure did.
Right. I don't have anything for sale this week, guys. But I think Richard still has something for sale, don't you? You
Yeah,
have it there handy.
Yeah, I'll let Richard go first.
Yeah,
I
show it off.
have this Smoking Skull belt on
Buy this belt.
American leather, MTA leather. It has, I don't know who the belt plate maker is. It is a 2mm, and it has black croc backing. And I will sell this belt for $225 shipped.
225. Now you cannot get a belt like that any cheaper than that. This is a bargain. Folks.
$225 shipped.
Is that during the show only, or is that?
No, I'm gonna put it out there for whoever wants it. $225 shipped. Whether
You
it be
can't beat that
tomorrow, the
price.
next day you get a hold of me, I will ship
Awesome
it out
belt.
as soon as
I
I
can't
can.
believe it hasn't sold yet.
Yeah.
Take the
Somebody-
damn belt.
So take the damn belt, yeah. Or so that way you take the belt. I mean, yeah, you take the belt, and where's that video at? Dadgummit. I can't find videos. There it is. You take the belt, and Richard will.
Somebody take the damn money.
There you go.
Take the damn money.
There you go.
I won't go up in price. If you guys want it, $225 ship.
Yeah. John's gonna be ringing your phone off the hook. So anyway,
I got mine too.
oh okay, yeah. Oh yeah,
Let's
show
see
that off. Sorry about that,
See
Andy.
it.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. It's CNC AEW TNT, and it's even got the zirconias all around the borders.
Cubic zirconias. Nice.
On the side
Nice.
plates too.
Buy the belt.
And then
Oh, you're not
Buy
selling
it
that, are you?
now. Buy it now.
got the nice snake skin backing.
Oh wow, you didn't tell me it had snakeskin. Wow.
That's what
yeah.
that's what your belt needs, Richard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this was made by Musumo Mayon.
Muscle Mayon.
CNC, like I said. 250
Sexy
shipped,
zirconians.
shipped, and it's yours.
Nice.
That's the
You
bling
can't beat
bling
that deal.
That's the bling bling belt.
The bling bling belt.
The bling bling belt, yeah.
Bling, bling, bling.
It's a very, very nice belt. Very nice belt.
Thank you.
Very nice. We mentioned last week we talked about that new WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and there's been a lot of talk about that belt this last Gianna, by your belt. Been a lot of talk about that belt. It's both been positive and negative. I'm on the fence about it. I really am.
I heard there's 3 lions on it and a crown.
3 lions, yeah, and a crown.
Yep.
Only thing is, the Lions have the stones in the eyes. I hate that. I wish they just would have left it just,
Yeah, they look like they're going for their first colonoscopy.
yeah.
Yeah.
sort
Uh,
of- yeah.
or they've seen Gianni's towel. Oh, I suppose he has an eagle. That's right. Yeah, it has
And an eagle,
too.
yep.
Yeah, and an eagle. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Now I've seen a lot of people do different things to the pictures to make it look like like they had designed the belt, and some
Yeah.
really not. I mean, like painting the banners black, doing something different with the letters, adding different color stones, all sorts of different things to this belt, and
I
it
like
has a
it.
lot of possibilities.
I like the one I saw. I like the swoosh is red, and there's some red around it, and
Yeah,
I like that comment. That's what they look like.
yeah, true, Kebby. Yeah, I agree.
I just couldn't put my finger on it.
this is what it does. Yeah, Platinum. I'm with you right there. That logo should be smaller and at the top of the belt.
Yeah, they just want to
It's
jam
just-
the logo down our throats, everybody.
I mean, what if they made the W smaller in the center and the globe? Just show the globe more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it
Oh,
makes
I
too much
saw-
sense.
I think somebody shared that in our chat, the video, and I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I'd like to
Well,
watch- I'd
the
like to watch
Lions
it.
and the Lions have to do with the man's family crest.
Yes. And the crown was from the Bruno belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a crown. It's a combination, isn't it? At the top, it's crown and an eagle at the top, I believe.
Yeah, they're
Separate wings.
incorporating the history, I guess,
Yeah.
of the different belts.
Yeah, that's grown on a few people. It hasn't grown on me yet. I'm still a traditionalist as far as belts are concerned. So that new U.S. title is not. I'm not a fan. Just not.
I will not pre-order it. I'll wait till the hype is over and see what they finally come up with after November.
Well, and plus too, Richard, the longer you wait, they're apt to have some kind of sale or 20%, 25% off at some point instead of jumping on it.
Or me building up my fan cash so I can get more of a discount.
That helps too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah, that's so cool. They never, all these years, they never did that, but they finally did something. I forget who took over their gift shop.
I
Fanatics.
forgot what it was. Fanatics, yeah. Fanatic
Not
Cash.
Smarter Fanatics. They're making it actually, I think decent, better prices. And the
Hey, I
fan-
built up
Mark.
$20 so far. I can't complain.
Yeah, you went a year ago or so. You never would have been able to do that.
Nope.
But
But like Mark said, there's some people that have done some renderings of this belt in it.
Yeah.
and
look, yeah.
When
instead
that
of
belt's
the
released, you're going
flag-
to see a lot of different versions of it.
Well, they did
Yeah.
that with the United States belts when they put the blue behind the stars,
which
Mhm.
they should have.
and
Yeah.
it made it pop so much. I've seen them with the gold W and taking out the black to where the W sits back a little bit more. They put red. They put some red stones instead of the clear stones. They put blue. They put a red swoosh.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, what if they did the globe in blue and they did something with the W and the swoosh?
I
To
would have been
change
happy
it.
if the globe was blue and actually showed continents on it. I
Yeah.
mean, but that's me. I'm an old timer on my belts.
You go on the WWE 2K23 game and you can see people are doing custom work to it.
Oh yeah,
It's
no
pretty
doubt,
awesome.
no doubt.
I think that's awesome that they could do that. That's another thing I like about the hobby is you can do different takes on the same belt.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And Dustin is the man with customizing belts on that game.
Yeah. Absolutely. I still got like 8 or 9 sets of plates and boxes waiting to be put on leather for myself. Now, a couple of them I'm going to sell. I have one set of plates that's for the World Class Tag Championship that I'm going to probably leather first and sell that. So, just a heads up. And I don't have any leather right now. I had to redo a belt. Had to start over on a strap because I messed up a couple things, and the strap cracked, or it was cracked where I cut it, and then I didn't catch it.
Now,
So,
Mark, I know you're a big WCCW fan. Is there any WCC belt that you do not have in your collection?
I currently do not have the light heavyweight, but I'm not a big fan of. I used to have one, but Gianni bought it off of me.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big fan of that. The later years, I'm just not a fan of WCCW because that's when Jarrett took over.
Okay.
He painted the Texas belt blue instead of gold. I just wasn't a fan. It just for me, World Class was dead by that point.
So Jerry Jarrett did all that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Now I think the light heavyweight title Fritz had made for Eric Embry as a
Eric Embry. Yeah. Eric
as a-
Embry. I can remember having that belt.
yeah, it was either a gift or a thank you for everything he'd done for World Class, I believe. So
Okay.
I'll tell you what, after this yellow IC, the big green is going to be my next, thanks to Andy. And then I want a Mega Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
I want I want the Warrior version. I'm thinking about going with, so I can do my Warrior theme with the yellow IC.
Oh, the lavender,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. That'd be nice.
And then I want to do the FTW title that Hook is currently holding.
Now, did the Warrior have when he had the lavender? Did that have the big sidebars or the thinner sidebars? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
oh, Carl,
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl. I'm
Sorry,
not
guys, I'm
sure.
trying to take.
I was
everybody's-
also thinking maybe even doing the Mega Eagle with the orange leather instead of the lavender. I haven't decided yet.
I mean, there's all kinds of colors. I always thought about getting the Intercontinental Classic with Shawn Michaels, that blue. I love that blue. I guess it's a baby blue or whatever, but that's, that.
Well, don't get me wrong. I like the shops version, but it's just too small for me. I don't know why. It's just the plates are really small. It just seems like the size of a woman's title.
And plus, they put just the WW block. Like, so WW.
Yeah.
I gotta have WWF on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And boots are the only way to get that.
Yep.
So.
Weird. Okay. Oh wow, that's outrageous. $18,000 for WCCW tag belt.
Wow.
70s before it became WCCW. I think before it's WCCW, it was Big Time Wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Big Time Wrestling. We're doing well, Carl. Thank you very much. Hope you are as well.
Doing good, man.
I agree with this. I didn't like the white strap at first, but it grew on me.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't thrilled about it at first because wasn't the one that Cody brought back when
it had the nugget texture on it.
Yeah, the nugget texture.
I'm not a big fan of nugget texture, but it is a pretty belt. But I'm just not a fan of that.
I agree.
But let's see. We'll come back to belts in a little bit. I got some other things I want to talk about. Something came up, and let's see. I think I heard a little bit about it, and then Richard sent me a TikTok about it. And apparently, this past week, former writer for WWE, she wrote scripts for SmackDown and Raw. She has claims that she filed a claim in court that claims that she made multiple complaints about the scripts for Raw and SmackDown, and that Vince and Stephanie McMahon were privy to that. That these storylines were moving along with overly being racist overtones. They were culturally inappropriate and sexist in nature, which this is the basis of some other things that come up. And this lady's name is Brittany Abrahams. I wrote Adams here for some reason. And in her complaint, she cites Apollo Crews and Bianca Belair as two of the people who were involved in some of these scripted storylines, and I guess they weren't happy with it, which I can understand that. And this Abrahams is also an African-American woman. She claims her complaints were ignored, and she was wrongfully terminated for taking home a WrestleMania branded chair as retaliation by WWE, according to the complaint she filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York. This was on Monday. Dog's going out. Is mic on?
The
You're on.
goes on and off.
Okay, sorry. I didn't hear you guys talking. What's your take on this?
I think it was wrong for them to do that.
Yeah.
And I think the chair was a petty thing to do. You know, on their behalf. I mean, really, how many chairs have people have taken? You know, or who's to say nobody?
You been talking
gave
about wife,
that
Gianni?
chair? You know what I mean?
You've been talking about breaking up is hard to do.
And now you're crystal clear.
Well, this is the thing that, you know, after WrestleMania and all those big events, fans take those chairs home. Is there like a policy against taking chairs home by staff?
I mean,
Yeah,
what
but
if fans? What if you don't take that chair? Where does that chair go?
Yeah,
I'm sure they
exactly.
have tons of chairs that are
Are
left
they
behind.
still doing
at
that
an
now
event.
these days with the chairs? Are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they were still even doing
I
that.
think so.
Those are
So
the
it was
higher
like-
up seats, though.
It was
The
a
higher
certain
up
amount
seats.
of floor seats, like the first 3 rows or something like that, got to take them home. At
Yeah.
least that's how it used to be.
Yeah, I think so. And then you have to buy them after that.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
You pay for them at the event, and they ship them to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they do? I didn't know that. I thought you took it home with you.
Yeah, I thought you just
No,
walked home.
no,
and took it
the
with you.
belts the chairs that you sit in, you get to keep those right then and there. But if
Oh, okay.
anybody else
Okay.
wants them, they have to pre-order them, and they send them to them. in the
Oh,
mail.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Johnny says it's the first
The
12
first
rows.
12 rows. Okay.
Okay. That makes
I was about to
sense.
say, if you fly out there, you get that stupid thing on the airplane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm looking for 2 event chairs. I don't care which ones they are. I
Welcome
just
to
want
Welcome
one
to
chair
American
from
Airlines.
each organization.
Yeah. Welcome to American Airlines. American Airlines. Do you have any baggage to declare? Yeah, this chair.
Yeah. And then you get home and you see it, it's all scuffed up and scratched and sorry, sir.
If you're lucky, you'll get a chair that's been, used to be hit somebody. You know?
Well, I got 2 WrestleMania signs that were part of a banner, the big banner
This
at
is hurting my
the
shoulder.
arenas
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
from Miami or Orlando, whichever one I think it is.
Wow. That's great.
Just don't have no room for it.
But back to this lawsuit. I guess it's in a lawsuit. What do you want?
That's what she said.
Wine's wanting out. I let him out. He comes right back in. Wine's wanting back out. We're not doing this tonight.
Right?
There you go. Yeah.
That's the secret right there.
That guy's got a belt, but this guy's got a chair.
He's hardcore.
He's hardcore. That's right.
Yeah, sure you do, Jay. I mean,
$20 ship, Johnny. There you go.
He spray painted WCW on the back of it.
it's a black folding chair, right?
Yeah. I bet he wants to be fed.
This chair was dented by Balls
What do you think?
Mahoney.
You think
Awesome.
Johnny's hungry, Mark?
No, this dog. I'm going to feed him.
Andy.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Bed.
But back to this lawsuit. I mean, it's gaining traction. And we all know these storylines were racist. They were sexist and very inappropriate. I mean, look at the Attitude Era. I mean, they had basically porno movies being filmed in the ring,
Yeah.
except for that
Yeah.
that show anything.
Lita and Edge. Lita and
yeah.
Edge were doing a good porno act.
Yeah, and
Could
people
you
were taking their
imagine-
kids to these matches.
Yeah, could you imagine the lawsuits that could come about because of this?
Keep talking. I gotta go feed this dog. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys.
That's
No
okay.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lawsuits that could be brought up after this. I mean, if this could be brought up,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's definitely grounds for a lawsuit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of course, the superstars went ahead and did it because they didn't want to lose their spots.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
The things that were done back then. The things that
Remember,
were done.
what was his name? Muhammad Hassan or something like that? What was his name? He's a teacher now.
Oh, I know who you're talking. I can't think of his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was with Davari.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know who you're
I
talking
mean, good character, but it was the wrong time.
about. Well,
that
a lot
was-
of stuff that was done back then, they couldn't even come close to doing that now.
No, but that was a Vince McMahon creation.
That's Vince McMahon. That's your answer right there.
And they
No.
went to him and said, "Hey, look, Vince, we got to pull this. There's too much heat on us."
Yeah.
Look at
How he did.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
this
said
is
it was
great
good-
stuff.
It was his good
Yeah.
shit, and that he was just going to do it because that's good shit.
Look at Sergeant Slaughter when they made him go with the Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
Because
was
sex
during-
and controversy sells. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, the
If
one,
people quit buying that crap, they quit getting that crap.
but wasn't one thing in this suit that I think it was Mansoor or something? They were going to say that storyline where he was claiming that he was responsible for 9/11.
That's what I heard.
I mean, my God. I mean,
I want to know something, guys. I mean, this is going way back. Who do you think wrote the Roddy Piper thing? When Roddy Piper came out and he had half black
Half
and
and
half
half?
white face.
jeez.
Yeah. I mean, who came up with that storyline?
Sounds like something Bruce Pritchard might have come up with, to be honest.
I mean, was that done on the fly?
At least being HD. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, did I get offended by that? No, but I'm sure there was people offended by it, and I can
Yeah.
understand.
They
Yeah,
were
you know
bringing
what
their
I mean?
kids to these events. They had little
Yeah.
kids in the bleachers.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like you said, the Attitude Era, right then and there, with
Exactly,
the girls
yes.
getting naked in the ring, up down the bras
Oh,
and bikinis.
Bra and panties
you know,
matches were all the time back then.
And I'm very aware of the fact that a lot of people watching this show right now, that people will be watching this show later, are big fans of the Attitude Era. That's fine, but I just don't. I'm not a fan of it, and this is why: is because they pander to kids and they put this stuff in front of them.
exactly.
Mhm.
Like I said, I don't have nothing against the Attitude Era at all because I enjoyed it myself. But could you ever do something like that these time and age? No, you
There's
won't
no
be
way.
able to get away with it. There's no
There
way
is
you
no
get away
way
with
they
it.
get away with that right now. No way.
No.
I
Good.
mean,
I'm glad.
and
I'm glad.
and doing the tones that what this lawsuit is coming about against is it's just plain ridiculous. You know what I mean? I mean, the stuff that he wrote for these superstars, and like I said, when Mark stepped away, they did it because they didn't want to lose their spots. Did they agree with it? No, they didn't, but they didn't want to lose their spots.
Mhm.
I mean, look at the stuff they put Titus O'Neil through.
They didn't have a choice back then. Do it or you're done. You're gone. I mean, that's just how Vince was, and always will be.
I mean, even Darren Young, the same thing.
Yeah.
Look what they put him through.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him doing well in New Japan.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I haven't seen much New Japan, but what little I've seen, I've liked.
It's
One
just
thing I like about-
ceremonialist.
That's what I was gonna say. They're very ceremonial, very ritualistic. Another thing they do that's kind of interesting is after the matches, they go to whoever loses the match with a ice bag or ice packs and put them on them. So,
Bruno.
Bruno. But I just don't like today's product because it doesn't look anything like what I grew up watching, and that's just my opinion. I realize there's people that watch today's product and love it. I grew up in an era where you didn't sit there and try to second guess the booking or anything like that. You took it for what it was. It was two guys going at each other one guy might cheat to win, the other guy he'll have his day later. That's the way it used to be.
And it's like we said before the show, you didn't have writers back then.
No, we didn't.
No, you didn't.
You had two guys that would go at each
Booker
other
told you
on,
what you're going to do.
on the camera. Yeah,
Booker told you
Yeah.
what you're going to do, and you went out there and did it. There was no storylines. I mean, or, nothing fancy, and you didn't have promos that were written for you. You went out there and did it with your heart. You
Yes.
big difference.
It was not how much. It was more believable back then. You had the bookers backstage saying, "Okay, I want you two guys to do this match. I want this guy to win. You guys work it out."
That's what
Yeah.
you call home brew. Home brew.
And they called it in the ring.
And see, that's what gave us all, at least me, a glimmer of hope with Triple H, because he's very old school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now answer me this: did Ric
Right.
Flair ever write down his promos? Did Dusty Rhodes ever write down his
No.
promos?
No.
No, they were done on the fly,
Yeah.
right off the head.
And the matches are called in the ring as it happened. They didn't script it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't all finishes either.
Very
Or
different world.
like Mark said, the Dusty finish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tell Andy what you're telling me about Hulk Hogan. You saw a match.
Oh, I said to Mark, I said, did Hogan really win the AWA belt? And he's like, no, it was a Dusty finish. Was that what
When
he
he
said?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was he won the
I was
match?
like-
And he kept the belt overnight, and they pulled the belt from him the next day. And I can't remember what the deal was. I saw that.
I
match.
loved Dusty, but I hated the Dusty finishes. When I go to see the match here in town, and you think that the Road Warriors beat the Midnight Express, and everybody's celebrating, and here comes the referee yelling, "No! This somebody hit somebody!" And I hated the Dusty.
Yeah, you see, there's still stuff that I haven't seen yet that I'm still watching. and
That
catching
happened to
up
Kevin.
on.
That happened to Kevin Von Erich one time. He wrestled Ric Flair and he pinned him, but
Mhm.
the referee got thrown out of the ring and got hurt. And Kevin Flair threw Kevin over the top rope, and then Kevin in retaliation threw him over actually twice, and threw him right over where the injured referee was. And a substitute referee came in and called the match, the rest of the match. He got the 3 count for Kevin. And then the other referee came too and got back in there. He said, "No, I saw him go over the top rope. He didn't win the
Yeah.
match. He's disqualified." So
Those Dusty
wow.
finishes just killed me. Oh, I hated that. Oh,
Yep. yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
I remember that too.
That was the
That
beginning of the end of wrestling for me.
That
right
was
there.
the finger poke of whatever they call that.
That's when Russo was in charge, WCW, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
finger poke of doom. Yeah,
Oh, I hated that.
What about when Hogan laid down and let Jarrett pin him?
Yeah.
yeah.
Or was it Jarrett laid down? One or the other.
Jarrett laid down. And Hogan, I don't know if it was kayfabe or it was a shoot, but Hogan's like, "This
No.
is what's wrong with this company."
Oh, he was pissed. I remember that. I think it was Nitro too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out of here.
And I didn't like it either. They made the world title a joke at that time.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
they
David
gave it to
Arquette.
David Arquette.
David Arquette.
Exactly. You beat me to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I grew up on world class. I grew up on a little bit of Mid South and mostly Georgia in world class. Georgia was
Mhm.
really good.
NWA late '80s was the best.
Yeah.
The
I
best.
gotta say, AWA, NWA, the original WCW World Class Wrestling. If I had to choose, I'd go back and and that would be my era. But like they said today, these times and days, there's so much wrestling for us to pick from that it's remarkable.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was nothing like the Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express feud. That was one of the
Mhm.
best feuds ever.
I
Yeah.
like the Road Warriors versus the Powers of Pain. That was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, they were perfectly matched too.
Yeah, they were.
Yep.
They were.
They had the face paint. They had the bodies. They were comparable in size.
The Powers of Pain was a better, more close version of the Road Warriors than Demolition. I was never a Demolition fan.
I wasn't
When
either.
Sorry.
Ming came out with his partner, that
King
was a
Konga?
good tag team.
Was it King Konga?
I think it was.
Yeah, that was before he became the Barbarian.
Those were-
Konga.
Was this when he was a part of the Islanders? In WWE?
I don't remember.
WWF?
I
Or
can't
we talking
remember.
what-
It
was
must
he
have
was he he's a member of the Samoan
I think it was
SWAT team.
WCW or World Class. I think it was
Samoan
World
SWAT
Class.
team originated in World Class.
Yes, and that was who was it? It was
It was Haku and then Rikishi's twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Haku and
Rikishi was in.
Rikishi's
Was
brother.
Rikishi?
The Tonga kid. The Tonga kid.
The Tonga
Okay, was-
kid, yeah.
hmm
Was it Rikishi's twin brother? Or was it Rikishi?
No, it was Rikishi's twin brother.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, Buddy Roberts from the Freebirds managed them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that. I agree, Carl. Road Warriors.
Yep,
Best
definitely.
team of all time.
They were
Best.
brutal. I remember. I remember one time they were wrestling in the studio in Georgia Championship Wrestling, and they took one jobber and gave him a clothesline. And that guy did a backflip in the ring.
Oh yeah. hmm
Next
last-
to Tully and Arn Anderson, they were good.
Oh, Tully and
good
Arn
tag
were
team.
good too. Yeah.
They were a good tag team.
Mhm.
There's something else I was going to say about World Class. Oops. I forgot what it was now. You're talking about the Rock and Roll Express versus the Midnight Express.
Mhm.
No, they got that feud started in Mid South,
Yep.
and then over the Mid South Tag Team titles, and they went over to
Crockett.
Crockett and
Mhm.
fought over the World Tag Team titles.
Yep. And I'm not gonna say you never will, but you sure as heck don't see anything like that right now.
No, the storylines are
sad.
just weak.
It's sad.
Today's storylines are weak compared to that.
Oh, they're so weak. Oh.
The best storyline I've ever seen in my life was when the Freebirds and Von Erich started their feud, and all it took was a cage door being slammed on Kerry Von Erich's head.
hmm Yep.
Yeah, that was the cage
I
door
remember you
slam
showing
heard
me
around
that.
the world. Yes. And
I remember you
supposedly,
showing me
I
that.
saw something just recently, an interview I think with David Manning. He said that the latch on the gate actually did hit Kerry in the head just a little bit, just a
Oh
grazing
wow.
Cut him
grazing
open.
blow.
You know,
I
sorry,
don't
Mark.
know.
Remember
I don't
how we were talking about when Kerry was the Texas Tornado in WWF?
hmm
I went back and I watched it. He did, and I think it's because he didn't have the foot. Maybe he had an enormous amount of fringe around his
Mhm.
boots.
Yep.
And that made sense. What you said, that you thought he probably did that to hide or take away from his people noticing that he didn't have the foot, but he had a huge amount of fringe on his boots.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember. I went back and looked. I was like, man, he sure did.
And what it was that one boot where the foot had been amputated, that boot had a straight side to it. The other boot was contoured around his ankle and his foot.
Mhm.
And I always thought, before I found out it was amputated, what I thought it was a brace. I thought maybe because that leg had been injured, he had a brace inside the boot
Yeah.
to help brace up his ankle. But no,
I mean,
it was
none of us knew back then
Yeah.
that he lost his
Yeah.
foot.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Nobody knew.
No.
I'm gonna have to
It
go
wasn't until
back
after
and
he died.
watch that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
until after he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was still very athletic. Wasn't as athletic as he used to be, but he was still athletic. I mean,
But I give him credit. My God, wrestling without a foot? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
he won a world title that way. Won the Intercontinental title.
Intercontinental title. Yes, he did. I just
Did-
wish they
did-
could have referred to him as Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, but then they just called him just the Texas Tornado.
Yeah. Well, at first they did.
Oh, they did call him Kerry?
At first they did, yes.
Okay.
They may have gotten away from that over the time, but yeah, they did claim Kerry Von Erich.
Mm-hmm.
That was back when Vince was actually calling the matches.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Kerry is my favorite because he was so big, so muscly, so athletic.
Him and Kevin were my two favorites. Just those two were they were everything to world class.
Yeah. Now they could not promo like their brother David though. He could promo now.
Johnny, it's not about most
Titles.
It's
about
not about
tag
the
team.
titles. It's about what they did in the ring and how they hooked you into following them. It was just the Road Warriors. They were machines out there.
Yeah.
It's not about the titles they had.
It's about the charisma in the ring and how they played off of each other, and
But
one
they
was
did have a
reading
lot of
the other
titles,
one's
Johnny.
mind.
They had all kinds of titles, but for me that didn't mean anything. It just was a matter of what they did in the ring.
What's up, Chris?
Hey,
Smart
Chris.
I mean, even today, if you notice some tag teams, they're not seeing eye to eye, and like one knows what the other one's gonna do, and they're there at the moment,
Mhm.
and then it just comes together so quickly.
I mean, I try to watch AEW, and when the Bucks come out and start doing their whatever you call they do, it takes away. I just don't want to see them out there doing their acrobatics. You know,
Yeah.
I want to see more wrestling.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I just want at least to get back to matches where not every move is a finishing move.
Yeah.
They kick out a finishing move 5 or 6 times for the match ends. It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous.
I agree.
It's cheapening their finishers.
I mean,
They
let's
need-
see more
they
than
need-
5 moves.
They need to bring back jobbers is what they need to do.
Yep. We need more Brooklyn Brawlers.
Yeah. Because if you're going to use a finisher, at least make it effective using a jobber, and then when you get to the real match, it usually doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work as well. What we got here? Harlem Heat was good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Definitely,
were good.
definitely.
I enjoyed them
Another
in the-
tag team that knew what each one was doing,
Mhm.
and then they just did it.
And they were
Yep.
brothers. Brothers always made better tag teams because they knew how each other thought. So
Hey,
Mhm.
the Steiner brothers,
Oh, yeah.
brothers,
That's a great tag team too.
yeah.
when
That's-
both of their minds were right.
Well, Scott Steiner wasn't as big as he was. He was actually more agile in the ring.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
He went from being a very agile, athletic wrestler to just being a brute force guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Before the chainmail head.
Right.
Yep. I remember some of the jobbers that were out there. In Georgia, they had Mike Jackson, who actually was a champion in some other promotions, but in Georgia, he was a jobber. And not Mike Jones, what was his name? Mike Jackson.
Mike Jackson.
He was good. And he was also a teacher. I believe he was a teacher.
You know who was a good tag team from the Attitude Era?
Who's that?
Billy Gunn and
Road
Road
Dogg.
Road Dogg.
Mhm.
They were a good tag team.
They were. They
They
were.
weren't bad. They weren't bad.
The charisma in the ring. That was another good tag team.
Well, look
Yeah.
at Billy Gunn today.
Yeah.
He's in,
He's
I
still
mean,
jacked.
He's excellent shape. He's in great shape. He can still
He's
do
jacked.
it. Yeah, very much so.
Scissoring daddy.
Compared to Road Dogg, hey, you did it on your own time.
Yeah, I always like the Von Erichs. I love their triple drop kick. But no, David Von Erich could get in the ring and do the moves. He was a good wrestler. He wasn't as athletic, but he was a wrestler. But his promos were out of this world. I mean, when he got mad, he wrinkled up his nose. You could tell. You believed it,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, big time.
Who's the other tag team I'm trying to think of? They go by the Machine Guns.
Machine
What
Guns.
was their name? They were in Impact.
The
and
Motor,
now
Ci-
they're over-
Motor City.
Motor
Machine
City
Guns?
Machine Guns. Yep, it's another
You know what
good tag team.
You know what tag team I used to like when I was watching World Class years ago was the Simpson brothers. They were good.
Oh, Steve Scott Simpson. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Who were
And
the?
They just
had
faded
another brother,
away.
too.
You never saw them again.
No,
Was
they had
that-
another brother too.
Was that the twins that looked like they were at the women's club
The
They
hair
look like
dudes
they-
they had, yeah.
with the boat?
Yeah.
They
the
look like
bow
hairband and
ties?
tights. Yeah, they look like a
Yeah,
hairband.
But
And they were skinny.
great in the
I mean,
ring.
muscly, but they were skinny. Yeah, they were from South Africa.
South Africa.
that's what I was thinking about. They look like Chippendales.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they when they stopped, they went home to South Africa, and you just never heard from them again. You know.
Yep.
Yep,
They were
I can
good.
see that.
They were good. I think they were world class tag champions at one time.
The Simpsons.
It was Scott. Yeah, there was Scott and Steve. Steve was the first one, then Scott,
Mm-hmm.
and there was another one that came along. It was a little bit heavier set, and I can't remember what his name was.
Oh,
wanna
there's
say it
a
was
third
Sterling,
Simpson. I don't
like
I
that.
don't remember that. Huh,
What was
okay.
it? Was it Bobby and John?
Yes, he
Laurinaitis?
wasn't on. He wasn't there very long. When they were in,
Was
Hmm.
another tag team. They were kind of jobbers though, weren't they?
Who?
John Laurinaitis and what was it Bobby?
No, it was the guy that was threw the belt down in ECW. Through the NWA
Shane,
belt.
Shane Douglas.
It was Shane Douglas and Laurinaitis. Yes.
Okay.
They were the dudes with attitudes, I think, weren't
There
they?
you go. There you go.
Yeah. They were
They
kind of
came out on the skateboards, I believe, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was a little bit too much. Yeah. A little too blonde.
FBI.
Yeah. I never got into the FBI. The full-blooded Italians, I never did. Yeah,
Tony
that's what they
Pepperoni.
were.
Hey Scott, what's
Oh, I'll
going
tell
on,
you,
man?
Scott.
Little Scott,
There you go.
Jack and Jerry Briscoe, were really good. They were old school. Those guys didn't wear knee pads,
Mm-hmm.
Terry
and they
Dory,
actually
yeah.
wrestled, I think, at college. Yeah, Terry and Dory Funk Jr. I tell you another tag team from the Memphis area, the Fabulous Ones, Steve Lane and Stan Kern.
Steve
Or Stan Lane and Steve
Stan
Kern.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
were
were. They
good.
were. They were great.
The
They had a
Freebirds.
great run.
The Freebirds were good.
Freebirds are
Oh,
good.
the Freebirds. Yeah.
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 Jeez.
I had
Ivan
another
and
one.
Nikita.
Ivan and
Ivan and
Nikita.
Nikita.
Who was I thinking of just now? Oh, the Fantastics. Fantastics.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Oh, they
go.
were awesome. They were.
Yep.
They were great.
They were. I saw. Oh, who was the one? It wasn't Bobby Fulton. Who was the other one?
Tommy Rogers.
I saw him wrestle in person. I got a picture of that.
Hey, you can't forget the Killer Bees, Jumping
Oh.
Jim Brunzell.
I can.
Um,
I can.
What about the guys from what was the guys from Montreal? You played the
The
Mountie,
Rougeau brothers.
the Rougeau
Yeah, the
brothers.
Rougeau
They were
brothers,
pretty
yeah.
good. They were
Yeah.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're going
back
old
in
school
the-
here. Ole and Gene Anderson. That's right. Yeah.
There you
and
go.
what?
Yeah.
And at one time, before Ric Flair became world champion, him and Greg Valentine were a pretty good tag team.
Yeah.
Oh
they were.
wow,
Mhm.
nice.
Yep. We sure were.
And they feuded. Greg Valentine turned his back on Ric Flair during the match and broke his nose.
Hmm.
For real.
One-
Didn't mean to,
one-
but he,
That's crazy. One match that always comes to my mind when we start
Hollywood
talking
Blondes?
about the old wrestling is
Mhm.
the Valentine and Piper dog collar match.
Oh yes, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
classic.
Yep.
That's what
They
led
can-
that, when they had CM Punk versus MJF. They did the dog collar match.
Hmm.
Yeah, That
the
wasn't a bad
Brian
match.
Blair.
It wasn't a bad match.
Not
What about Beefcake and Valentine? That was a good tag team for a while.
Yep.
bad. Yeah. The Moondogs. Remember the Moondogs?
The
Moondog Spot.
Moondogs.
Oh yeah, Moondog Rex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moondog Spot. They
Those are
came
the
to-
guys that used to come out with the big bones in their hand.
Bones.
right?
Yeah.
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 What about the Wild Samoans? Off on
I was thinking
Yep.
of them. Yeah. I saw
Was
them
it
first
the-
in Georgia. They were in Georgia before they went to WWF.
Wasn't the Moondogs? One of them was Luna Vachon's father.
No.
No,
No.
or was
no.
she trained by them or something?
I thought she was just trained by her father. I mean, but there were so many Moondogs. There was at least 5 of them, wasn't there? I mean, if you think all the Moondogs.
I
Really?
only saw 2, but I only
Yeah,
saw
I
them in
only know
Georgia.
of 2.
I think there was more. Can't remember their
I
names.
remember Moondog Rex and Moondog. There might have been more, but I'm only aware of 2 of them.
Spot.
And I remember because when Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas beat the Samoans, that was one of the first matches I ever got into. When I got into wrestling, it's like, oh, this is pretty good, and I've been with it ever since.
I was hooked when I seen that match.
Mm-hmm.
Were these
When Tony
Owen
and-
Hart
and
and Yokozuna
Ricky
tag
won
team?
it. Yep, they were.
Yeah,
a
they
tag
sure
team at
were.
one time. Yep,
Okay.
Yep. Sure were.
I believe that was the time that Raw started too, around that era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. The Samoa SWAT team. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
managed by Buddy.
Buddy Jack
What's
Roberts.
up, Jason
Yeah,
Cortez?
I wanna say
Thanks for
Buddy
joining us
Rogers.
tonight. Buddy Rogers.
Oh, Jason.
Hey,
Watching us tonight.
Jason.
Always glad to have Jason watching us
Yep.
from NYC. There's something else I want to talk about. Let me pull up my list here. Tony Khan. He's been tweeting a lot here the last week or two about the All In event at Wembley Stadium over in England, and they were selling their tickets are out on pre-sale. And he said something today, and I don't have the exact tweet, but they're bragging about the fact they sold 40,000 tickets in the first 36 hours of the pre-sales, which fills up about half the stadium, as I understand it. I think it holds like 80,000 people, but they sold 40,000 tickets in the pre-sale, which is half the attendance in 36 hours, which that's cool. But why go on there and brag about that? Because he ended the tweet by saying, let's celebrate tonight, I guess, for Dynamite. But if you're a big-time company, why would you go online and tweet and brag about that?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, why
Why
you're
not
that
do
just
big,
it
why
the
would you
night
worry
of the
about that?
event?
Why not just let it? Don't
Yeah.
say anything. Let it happen, and then during the live pay-per-view, hey, by the way, we brought this many people and celebrate it then, but don't have
Let Dave
going
Meltzer
after
announce it.
brag. Yeah, don't
Yep.
need to brag.
Let Dave Meltzer announce it.
Yeah.
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 Do it like Vince did it. Thousands in attendance. Guess
Yeah,
what?
make the announcement at the event.
And millions
Let
watching
it-
from around the world.
Let it be a big announcement for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
seems like he just wants to keep on doing this thing, and going after
Yeah.
people and just that's him. That's Tony.
Yeah,
Tony Khan.
and speaking of that, let me see what is this thing here. Here it is, right here. This was, I think, today. He tweeted, said,
Yep,
"Thanks to the
That's the
amazing
one I was
support from
showing you
fans,
earlier.
Yeah.
AEW All in London just hit 50,000 tickets sold for $5.2 or $6.5 million dollars. Remarkably, all 50,000 tickets sold have been in the pre-sale. The general ticket on sale begins tomorrow with great seats opening up. So happy for you. Now, there was some controversy over this.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Nick Khan took issue with this and was talking about the fact that Wembley Stadium does not hold 80,000 seats or something. You have to clear me up on this, but he was basically mocking Tony Khan for the capacity at the stadium, saying he's
His
going to fill
own
up.
nephew.
I guess. and Tony Khan took exception to this, and he blasted him. Let's see. No, no, it was Mike Coppinger. I'm sorry. He said, hearing Wembley is scaled for only 40,000 for AEW. That's what they reduced the capacity for AEW. It's a far cry from last April when I was ringside for Tyson Fury, Dylan White, and it was packed to the brim with 94,000. Nothing beats the big fight feel at Wembley. So Tony Khan, of course, he responds to this, replying to a tweet with this: lies, all capital letters. What a load of crap. Tell your agent Nick Khan. That's where he got in there to shove it up his, he followed that up with another tweet saying, since you carry the credentials of a credible reporter, represent the worldwide leader. I guess he's talking about AEW there. I'm just curious, what was your source? Oh, let me get this comment off here so I can read this. Let's see. I'm just curious, who was your source for this, and how can a reporter representing ESPN tweet something about a legit news story that's so blatantly wrong and easily verified as a falsehood? And I think there's something in there. Time to go. It was
Basically said he was full of shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you for clarifying that, Andy.
That's what he said.
Don't be around the bush. Tell us. Let's don't.
Jesus, Andy, tell us how you really feel.
There you go. A big announcement. Just don't do that. Just let it happen. Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony Khan has to have some kind of a dig, either WWE or try to elevate his company with some kind of a tweet. Just make the product better.
How did they say it?
Better.
Let it happen naturally.
Exactly. If you want to be a leader, be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
stop
can't be a
going
leader.
after each other. I think it's pathetic now.
Yeah,
It's like-
it is.
They're like back and forth, like two dogs fighting over a bone.
Like two school kids fighting. It's ridiculous.
Even Saraya said they wanted her to do it when she first came to AEW, and she said I didn't want to do it because they made me who I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
So even the talent's
can
kind
understand
of
that.
tired of it. Yeah.
She still gives them props. She even said it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
To
she
this
should.
day, no matter what.
They
were
made a
good to
movie.
her.
They made a movie about her start.
Yep.
In wrestling. I mean, what can you say to that?
I mean, she couldn't badmouth The Rock neither because he helped with the movie.
Yeah. He sure did. He did. But Tony Khan's got to get his little digs in. Yes, I do.
I think he had three big announcements that night I went to that show. It was 3 big announcements. And all 3 were not a shocker.
Yeah. Stuff that he easily could have announced on the website. I mean, he made
Last week
announcements are record breakers, and they're not.
Last week on Dynamite, is that the Wednesday night show? Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Last week they deferred to Tony Khan. He made some big announcement. I can't remember what it was now. He was
the Owen Hart tournament.
That's right. Yeah. Did he look? Somebody mentioned this in one of the posts in one of the groups. They said, "Does he look like a guy that's being held hostage reading a ransom note?"
Yeah, he does.
He did. Yeah, looked very uncomfortable behind the microphone. And then we get done. He's like, "All right, back to you guys." I was trying to.
I recorded one of his big announcements. I posted it. I don't know if I posted the video or not, but I still have it. I'm from Florida myself, and you Floridians know how to party.
Yeah.
So stick around for more Ring of Honor after tonight.
He's the guy who's the dweeb in the group that's trying to be cool.
Mm-hmm. As he spends daddy's money.
It's the little kid trying to be like the big kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a Hunter Biden in professional wrestling.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Without the laptop. Without the laptop.
Oh, my.
Oops. I think I pottied.
Yeah. But, I mean, really, he's just the party guy. He's enjoying his fandom. Yeah, he hugs his talent. He acts like they're
He
his
hugs
best buddy.
everybody.
Yeah, he hugs
He's
everybody.
like
Jumps.
he's like a drunk frat boy.
He looks like a soldier or somebody at the airport waiting for their loved one to come back from deployment. You know, they jump him at the airport and hug him like that. That's how he acts.
Yeah, he's.
Ridiculous.
It is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just not too far. We're never go too far. I kept it clean.
And like the new show that's coming out, there's so much talent that is sitting home and not being used.
Yeah.
I
Okay, you
mean,
mean
they're
the
being
new-
paid.
The new Saturday show
Yeah,
where half
Okay,
the
this-
talent that's friends with CM Punk's going to be on Dynamite, and the other ones that don't, they're going to be on it's ridiculous.
Johnny, that's proof positive that there's something wrong with him. So,
yeah.
How do
Remember,
you really
Gianni,
feel?
yeah.
you're not allowed to talk to the talent. Remember that. That's why he was ignoring you.
What was I was gonna say? Oh, here's okay. You got so many people sitting at home with nothing to do. What he did, he collected all these toys, and he can only play with 2 or 3 of his favorites.
Yeah.
We were all kids. We had those favorite toys we played with, left the rest of them in the closet or on the toy shelf. Never touched them. This is the way he handles his staff, his talent.
But he also bought certain toys like Miro and a few others that he played with them for a little bit, and then just doesn't want to play with them
Yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
I mean, it's Toy Story AW version.
Yeah.
Speaking of toys,
Make a better product. Hire a good set
Yeah.
of bookers. A
Yeah.
good team of
Please hire
bookers.
bookers, Tony Khan.
People that know what they're doing.
He wants to book everything.
Get you if you can get Kevin Sullivan on staff. He was a good booker.
Oh, there's
Wasn't the
a whole
best.
bunch of people he could hire.
Yeah.
He won't do it.
oh, I
No.
got another thing to bring up.
What's that?
What about Naomi going to Impact?
Mhm.
She thought
I
she
mean-
had Sasha Banks.
Is it true when she came out that there was hardly any response to her by the crowd?
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah,
was like-
I mean, I heard you
It
could
was
hear
like
the
a
crickets.
live
You could hear
show, but it
crickets
was
in the
like
background.
crickets. Yeah.
That's terrible. I mean, she followed Sasha or whatever her name is this week, and I guess she thought that she was going to have the big welcoming New Japan, and it's just
She
that's
is a good performer, but is she great? No.
she's
She
mid
is
card.
no
Not
Sasha
to sound like
Banks.
MJF, but she's mid card at best.
Yeah, she's no Sasha
Sorry.
Banks.
Sorry,
And following
I don't think-
Sasha's lead did not help her out.
no. Mm-mm.
I don't think Arn Anderson booked matches, did he?
No,
Was he involved in booking back in the day?
I don't think he's. I mean, he would be a choice that I would pick. I mean, Tony Khan's got so
Yeah.
many people that he could use, and he doesn't do it. I mean,
What if Dusty Rhodes was alive today? How do you think NXT would be?
Better.
it'd be a lot better with him. I mean,
Yeah.
Dusty knew what he was doing
Yeah.
booking wise, except for the Dusty finish. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
everything else he did, I liked.
Yeah.
But the Dusty finish played to the emotions of the fans. They're like, "Oh my God, finally
I know,
won!
and it
He won!
pissed
He
me
what?"
off. Oh, I hated
Yeah.
that.
Then you change the channel and go back after the commercial. He
No,
lost. Psych.
The Dusty finish. I seen the Dusty finish in person when you thought the Road Warriors won the tag team and they're having the belts, and oh no, here comes the referee running. Stop. Oh, I hated that. Oh,
Do you remember when Earl Hebner and his brother did the Hulk Hogan thing?
oh yeah. For the
I didn't
for
watch
leading up to
WWE
the
back
entree
then.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The switcheroo.
Good old switcheroo.
Ah.
Yeah.
I tell you another one that almost happened but didn't is when Kurt Hennig beat Nick Bockwinkel for the AWA Heavyweight Championship. He used that roll of dimes that Larry Zbyszko handed him,
Mm.
and they held
Mhm.
the belt up after he won it. And what had happened is that Kurt Hennig was entertaining the idea of possibly going over to WWF. And they were holding up the belt until he made up his mind, which I think it took a week. And he decided to stay so they didn't keep the belt. Said, no, it was a legit finish. He took a roll of dimes. They're all over the ring.
Oh,
And,
wow.
yeah.
It was quarters, Mark. It wasn't dimes. Ben
Okay, I
says.
thought it was dimes. Okay, not bad. It was coins. So
Well, coins. Yeah.
It was a D battery.
yeah, size D battery. So we are coming up on our second hour. So let's get on with it. Staying on schedule.
Hey,
Andy,
guys,
if you want to send that link, go ahead.
I just did.
Okay.
you guys remember these?
Oh, I love my LJNs.
Paul Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful.
Before he was Mr. Wonderful, he was the Brahma Bull.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yes. In Georgia, he was the Brahma Bull.
I just can't believe this man never held a world title.
Yes, I agree.
Probably
He
didn't
could
want,
at least
want
had
to.
the world title once. And if
Yeah.
not that, definitely the Intercontinental.
Yeah, I could have seen him as the Intercontinental,
Yeah.
or at least the United States champion.
There was an angle one time where he had won the National Heavyweight Championship in Georgia,
Mhm.
and he had an opportunity to wrestle Ric Flair for the world title, and he gave up the National Heavyweight Championship so he could focus all of his effort and energy into training for that world title match, and he lost that match.
Oh wow!
Yeah, or he didn't win the title. I don't know what happened, but he didn't win the title, so he had to fight to get that National Heavyweight Championship back. So
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I watched it.
I piled them on my floor.
Anthony, did you not get Georgia Championship Wrestling when you grew up?
No, I mean, first I ever saw of it was when it was on TBS. I guess that was Georgia in like around 80, in the early 80s. Was that Georgia
Yes.
Championship Wrestling on? Okay.
82, 83, somewhere around there is when this happened.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it back then. Of course, like I said, I didn't get into it until that Rocky Johnson and that Tony Atlas versus the Samoans. The
The
WWF.
JYD.
I
Okay.
wish I would have gotten into back. I didn't.
Johnny, yes, he was the WCW TV champion later. So
Now, Richard, do you have JYD's chain that came with that?
No, I don't.
Oh well.
Yeah. I did in my original collection. These couple that I have now, I acquired over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had every one of them, all the different cards. They weren't on cards though, but I had every single figure. I mean, I even have the original, only woman LJN.
Well, I know
Miss
you
Elizabeth.
said you didn't have the British Bulldogs.
No,
But
I don't have the British
But do you have
Bulldogs.
do you have Corporal Kirshner?
No, believe it or not, in my original collection, I did
Corporal
though.
Kirshner.
Good old Corporal
Yeah.
Kirshner.
Yeah, he did wrestle with Colonel De Beers.
Macho Man,
Who was he tag
Miss
team with?
Elizabeth.
Corporal Kirshner.
He was in WWF. He wasn't with anybody. He was just strictly solo.
I think
Okay.
they brought him out to go up against the Iron Sheik at one time.
Yeah, that was that was
Okay.
the answer to the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
before
That was
Hogan.
the first
Before Hogan.
first female LJN.
Careful, Johnny can see that. Richard,
I know, right?
watch out.
Gianni, I have her dress.
I bet he does too.
Oh, speaking of figures,
Yes.
I'll come back to that because I forgot
You
we're
got an
top of the
update?
second hour.
You got an update?
No, yeah, I got an update. Yeah, I got an update.
Okay, good. Good.
But first of all, we're at the top of the second hour, so I have to remind everybody that we are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering and by Unique Championship Belt. Yes, I did get an update on the Powertown figures. I got an email, and some of you may have also. This came on April 30th. It was a Sunday. Got this email on Sunday from Powertown, and I'll read the letter. I don't have it on the screen. I just read it. It says, to all our Powertown supporters, the new and improved Powertown Ultra Series 1 are almost here. While we missed our anticipated shipping date due to a delay en route, we are expecting delivery to our distribution partner shortly. The latest information from our freight forwarder, CSL Express Line, is that containers will begin arriving at our fulfillment partner this week. It's this week. Orders will begin shipping when all containers have been received. That said, if you had a change of delivery address that you had not emailed along with your order number to support@powertownwrestling.com, please do so as soon as possible in order to ensure correct delivery once shipment commences. Again, we thank you for for your continued support. Steve Rosenthal, managing partner, Powertown Wrestling. So I'm guessing within the next couple of weeks, hopefully, we'll start receiving our figures.
When were you
Alright.
originally supposed to get that?
I can't remember, but they delayed it back to April, and we're May now. So
Okay.
they apparently had some issues in delivery to their distributors. So not sure what happened.
So I guess no new updates on the Classic Shields.
No new
Oh.
updates. No.
I was hoping.
I hope to get this year. So if Classic Shields is watching, I'd like to have those plates this year.
That'd be nice.
It's been a year and a half, and 2 months ago you were going to be assembling the relief pieces, and
I mean, they're
still-
not even having to putting on a strap. They just make the plates and send them to you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's all.
I'll put it on a strap. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not dogging Classic Shields, but come on, guys, let's do a little bit better, can we?
It's been too long.
Customer
been-
service,
been too long.
guys.
In the meantime, they're cranking out crumb rinds, they're cranking out winged eagles,
Yeah.
and to all those of you who are going to comment and say they're worth the wait, shut up,
Exactly.
shut
I
up.
agree.
I don't know yet. I won't find out till I get them, and I hope I get them soon. So
I hope so too.
I'll hit him up again another month. I mean, last I heard, they're supposed to be going to polishing and then plating. So I don't think that's going to take a long time. But then again, we're talking about 18 months just to get the. And I don't think they even had the plates cut till recently. Would be my guess. But
Yeah.
I know they batch these things out, but they told me they had 4 or 5 other dome globes they were putting together. So hopefully soon.
Yeah. I hope so.
Our guest has not arrived yet. Let's see. Try to find something else here. Oh, something else came up. It was on my list. I deleted it by accident. Alicia Fox is now a free agent, and she has not been on the air for quite a while. I don't think since COVID, is she?
She had a little drug and alcohol thing, I believe.
Yes, she did. She did. That's unfortunate. She's a beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady, but I never really cared for her much on WWE.
I liked her. Okay.
She's easy on the eyes, but as far
Yeah,
as-
that's what I meant. She wrestled, didn't she? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Also, one other thing that came up this week, Carmella is expecting.
Yes,
Yep.
she is.
After 2 miscarriages last year, her and her hubby, what is his name?
Corey
Corey
Graves.
Graves.
Corey Graves.
Corey
That's
Graves.
not his real name, but that's what he's going by.
Did you
Uh,
guys see how she presented it to her stepkids?
Yeah, I put that.
Yes.
I put that up and love those.
that was
wrestling
pretty
belts.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
That was
Awesome.
pretty cool.
that was really cool. I'm happy for him. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy for her too, because as a parent, I went
well, I
through
mean,
that.
especially coming from we had a miscarriage. So I
Mhm.
mean, I know the pain they were feeling. It's
Yeah. We did too before we had Ashley.
mhm,
I would have been the father of twins.
mhm. It's not an easy thing to go through.
Nope.
They call kids after a miscarriage rainbow children.
That's what my son was.
I didn't know what that was for a long time, and I heard it not very long ago. So,
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very devastating thing to go through a miscarriage. I can tell
Yeah.
you from experience.
Yep.
Yeah, big congrats to Corey and Carmella.
Mhm,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
He must be talking about Classic Shields.
Everybody was like, "Why did she disappear so fast?"
Yeah, remember we were talking about that.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
there
then-
has to be a
and I was
reason.
thinking, could it be? Could it be? And I didn't want to say it. I was hoping, and then lo and
Now I'm
behold,
wondering when she came back and she found out right away, or how
Mhm.
long was it before she found out again?
because she was instantly, she was supposed to be partners with Chelsea Green. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, gone.
Boop.
And it's like
Yep.
that's now we know why.
And they put her with was it Sonya?
Sonya Deville.
Yep.
Yep. So
And I guess Alexa Bliss is still out with either the cancer thing on her skin cancer or
Well,
injury.
That's what
she's been filming shows. She just filmed what's it
She-
called? Show
she was on-
with the Miz.
yeah, she was on the Tonight
Alexa,
Show.
cancel.
The Tonight
Alexa,
Show, or
I
that
was
show
talking to
that
her.
Jimmy Kimmel does, where they sing. I saw.
Oh,
it's on-
Jimmy,
it's on-
Jimmy, wasn't it Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Fallon.
it's on Peacock too.
Wrong Jimmy.
Oh, speaking of Jimmy Fallon, they got that writer's strike going on.
Yeah.
And I guess the writers for WWE are not part of that writers guild. I wish they were.
Uh,
I really do.
Well, the bad thing about that is the Cobra Kai writers are on strike, and I was like, oh man.
oh
Don't-
man,
don't hold
how
me
That's
long
back
supposed to
we
come out
gonna
soon.
wait?
Kai,
Yeah,
Yeah,
season 6.
there we go. Cobra Kai. If you have not seen Cobra Kai, you owe it to yourself, especially if you watched the Karate Kid, the first
Oh,
version of it before they did
Yeah.
the remake.
everything the
It's well worth
writers
it.
have done has been so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
man.
it corny? Yeah, it's corny, but so
Yeah.
is it's
But I
campy.
love
But
it.
Does it hook you and bring you in? Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. When they
Yes.
run it, I get through in 2 days. The whole I binge watch it. I have
Yep.
to.
Mhm.
And I love
Yep.
it.
It's awesome.
Yep.
I told you guys I've been putting the wife through torture. She's watching the Harry Potter series with me. She got through the second one so far.
Okay, what's her reaction to it?
she's getting into it little by little.
Okay, because I've never watched Harry Potter, so I'm just curious.
I'm gonna show this belt off again, but I'm gonna show a little bit close up
Okay.
with better light. This is the Luger US. The plates were made by Unique Spirit. Now these are the second sets of side plates I've had for this belt. He sent them with a smaller side plate, and I had him enlarge them. This is one thing about Unique. He will adapt to suggestions to
Yes,
make
he
his
will.
products better. So if you're
He's
not
very
happy,
open. He's very
Yes.
open.
so I do have the other side plates for sale. They're a little bit smaller. They're probably about the same size as that blue area. That tells you a little bit about the size.
Mhm.
So I did the leather on this. He didn't. I did this. He did the plates.
Tell you that
but I did
edging around the plates, Mark, when you did mine,
yeah.
it really brings it out even more.
Oh yeah. They get a little groove up there.
Hmm.
I'm getting better at this, I think. But this is the TV accurate version of the leather, except for the flag, which I put there. I should have put the NWA letters and the 1-inch letters there, but I didn't. I'm gonna redo this one later when I get caught up with all my leather stuff. So anyway, this is Unique
Was-
championship
was-
belts.
Was mine the first one you did?
I don't remember. I do not remember. If you'd like a belt like that and want the leather done by me, you can order those plates directly from Unique and have them sent to me, and pay me for the re-leather. You have to pay for the plates, and I'll be happy to do re-leather for you.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How's the shoulder going?
Yeah. How's that going?
It's better. It's not there, but it's better. I did ride my motorcycle last Saturday.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Took a 30-mile trip, 60-mile round trip.
That's great.
Yeah.
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 I grew up loving Johnny Carson with the Twins.
Right?
Oh, I did too.
Oh, I loved. He was hilarious. Johnny.
Oh,
was
Johnny
great.
was cool.
Yeah, he
I like
was.
when he did the genie bid with the
Yeah.
notes. He
Yeah.
held them
Yeah.
up.
Oh, that was
Oh,
great.
the great Karnak.
The
yeah.
Karnak.
Karnak
Yeah.
Magnificent. Karnak the
Mhm.
Magnificent.
Remember when
Oh,
he used to smoke live on the show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They would
When I was
smoke
a kid-
and drink. They would smoke and drink.
Yeah.
I used to sneak and watch that as a kid. Mom think I was sleeping, turn that. I love Johnny Carson. Oh yeah.
They had They had somebody as a guest on there, and Dean Martin was on there, and Dean Martin was flicking the cigarettes in the guy's drink.
George Goebel.
George Goebel, that's it. Yes.
They were
yeah.
flicking. Yeah, he would like Johnny would talk to him to distract him, and then Dean Martin just go over and flip his ashes into his cup, and then George Goebel would drink from it after a while. I was like, oh,
Dean Martin was ahead of his times, man.
Dean Martin was
Yeah.
Remember the roast? The
He
roast
was,
they
he
used to
was.
do.
Mhm.
Dean Martin roast.
Yes.
Oh man, those were.
We
great.
mentioned George. We mentioned George Goebel a second ago, and there's probably people young enough that are sitting there listening to this and wondering who the heck is George Goebel.
Who the hell is that? Yeah, but,
I only know these guys from my dad.
George Goebel. Yeah, goodness. Oh,
Missed
he was
out.
on all
This
the.
is some fun. It was
Match
good,
Game,
clean.
all
It was good, clean comedy.
It was.
You remember when,
Match Game, yeah.
You remember when Jackie Gleason used to do the show after the Honeymooners? And it was
I
like,
remember he had a show, but I don't remember the show. I just
What
remember
Yeah, he
that.
always used to have a glass, a drink in his hand,
Oh
and
yeah.
he had a cigarette in his hand.
Huh.
It was like a
That-
live audience show. He would talk.
Back then, it was a social thing. The cigarette
Yeah.
smoking and the drinks was a social thing.
You know what I found out recently that I did not know that Honeymooners was only on for 1 year.
Who?
The show, The
Honeymooners.
Honeymooners.
Jonathan
That's
Winters?
crazy.
No, The Honeymooners with Jackie.
Oh,
Gleason.
Honeymooners. Oh, okay.
That was only on for 1 year.
Wow.
I thought, I thought for sure that would have went for years, but I wonder why I
It
saw.
should-
It's like
They should have gone to the moon, Alice.
Right?
to the moon.
That was like half my childhood. I used to stay up with that. My dad would come in. The moment it came on at 11 o'clock, my dad would be coming in from driving the taxi.
Oh yeah.
So for those of us just joining the show, this is the nostalgic hour.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. George Goebel.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What did you do? The second hour bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the 3 count. 3 count. Yeah. Dylan was.
definitely.
He changed his font.
Do you guys remember after Cosby did the Cosby Show, he went on and did another show with the woman that played his wife? I forget what he did. Like he was a realtor or something. It was the strangest. I think it was on CBS.
I didn't see
too.
that
It was
one.
Oh, it was weird.
I didn't
It
see
was
that
like,
one. Huh.
Like, what are they doing?
I might have seen it. My mind is very
I
foggy
can't
about
remember
it.
what it was called, but it was
But the Bill Cosby Show, the cartoon, was on Saturday mornings. I love that show.
Fat Albert.
Fat
Fat Albert.
Oh, I
And
love Fat
you know,
Albert.
it was funny, but they also attacked some social issues. You know, they had homeless
They did.
kids, they had
Bullies.
abused children,
Mm-hmm.
just
They
all
even
sorts of
did
stuff.
something about drugs too at one
I
time.
mean,
Yeah.
they had a good cartoon, and then Bill would come on, you know, at the commercial break, and he would talk about it. It was a great. I really enjoyed it.
Then they did that
Smitty.
show, A Different World, where his daughter went off to college.
I didn't like that show.
I didn't like it. You know, I mean, it was. They were just trying to stretch out the Cosby.
What was it? Rudy and Bud. Remember Bud?
Mhm. Of course, I remember the days of Three's Company.
Oh, yeah.
Come and knock
No,
on our door.
Come on, door. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That old guy was creepy.
yeah.
Couldn't pop
Mr.
a Kodak
Furley?
film.
Oh, Mr.
Oh, that's right. He
Furley?
did the Kodak. He did the
Yeah.
Kodak film. I forgot about that. I remember the Jello pudding, but I forgot
Okay,
about the
but
Kodak.
then when they brought in Don Knotts as the new guy to replace Mr. Furley, that just didn't work for me at all.
No.
No. No,
No.
Mr. Furley was creepy though.
The Furleys were funny.
Yeah.
And they got their own, the Ropers. The Ropers. It was,
The
the Ropers
Ropers.
had their own TV show, lasted a year, and then they didn't even try to bring them back, I don't think.
What was the name of the guy, the neighbor, the white dude with the frizzy hair?
Oh, that was
Jack, not Jack.
no, they used
Jack
to go
was
to the they used
John
to go to
Ritter.
the Regal Beagle.
Yeah. Regal Beagle.
That was the name of the bar. Yeah, Regal Beagle.
He was a singer too, a real singer.
Yeah, he just had a birthday. I think he's like in his early 73. I think he is. I can't remember.
He was a singer.
Was
He
he?
was a
I
singer on the
forgot
side.
his
Yeah,
name.
he was a singer, I believe. Larry. It's Larry.
That's
yeah.
it. That's
Larry. There you go.
it. Ben, check your PMs.
Yeah.
He was
check
the
the games.
gigolo. He was the gigolo.
Yeah, he was the neighborhood stud. Going to the Regal Beagle with Jack.
All
Well,
I
Jack
gotta
would have been
say
too, but
is Chrissy Snow was my favorite.
Oh, I loved Chrissy.
yeah.
Oh man, and
Yeah.
all the girls they brought in to follow her could not even add up.
Nah.
to Suzanne
Well, the
Somers.
second one was okay. Cindy was Cindy the her cousin.
Yeah.
Was supposed
Yeah,
to-
I think it
yeah,
was her
I liked
cousin.
her.
Yeah.
They
She
had
was
like
all
three or
right.
four. There was like 3 or 4 girls that took her place.
Yeah. The third one I didn't care for too much. She was pretty,
No.
but
Me neither.
But they were all blondes.
yeah, they were blondes. Yeah.
She was just the prettier blonde.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who's the brunette? What's her name?
Janet.
Janet. Now,
Joyce
now she
DeWitt.
wasn't bad. Yeah,
Joyce
she
DeWitt.
wasn't bad. She wasn't bad at
No.
all.
She was easy on the eyes.
Yeah, she was. And I was into
I
brunette.
understood that I started an interview with Suzanne Summers. And they hadn't talked for years, and they finally got back together. They did a TV interview like after like 20, 30 years. And Joyce DeWitt admitted to Suzanne Summers that her and John Ritter got together, if you will.
Oh, did
Times.
they?
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is interesting.
They did the Two's Company.
Three's a crowd.
Three's a crowd, but that's the name of the second show. Remember they had
Yeah.
with Jack and his wife. That
Yeah.
show just didn't cut it. I mean,
Yeah.
No, you can't take something that's so good and change it into something else and have the same success. It just can't happen.
Here you go. Here's another TV show for your Mama's Family.
oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Mama's Family. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about Dallas?
Oh,
JR,
yeah.
boy, you didn't mess with JR.
Oh no.
And if you
Remember
did,
those eyebrows? Remember the eyebrows?
Dallas was the 70s and the late 70s version of Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So if you
Oh,
like
yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, yeah.
And when Who Shot JR happened, oh my God, the whole world.
Oh yeah. Prime has those first few seasons,
Oh, do they?
The blonde
Yeah,
is my favorite.
and I watched the
On
first
Dallas?
couple of
Blonde?
episodes
Oh, you
after.
Charlene Tilton?
I think so.
Charlene
Charlene Tilton.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So
They
you
had a
guys
poster
are
of her.
you guys are a
I'm
little
on
bit
the-
older than me, but when I was younger, my mom used to watch it, and I would pay close attention. It was always the blonde that caught my eye.
Did
Yeah,
you guys have Spencer's as a store you could go to when you were a kid?
Yeah.
They had the nasty poster, all the good stuff in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh
They
yeah.
had a Charlene
Spencer's
Tilton
Gifts.
poster.
We have them
Oh,
down
my God.
here, believe it or not.
They're still
Keep-
in business. But when I
Yeah.
was a kid, going to Spencer's is like, Mom, I'll
Are
catch you
you
later.
kidding me?
It was the hot topic of its time.
Yes.
I had what was it? Who's the one with the braids on the beach?
Oh, Bo
Was it
Derek.
Bo Derek? I
Oh,
had it
yes,
on my
Bo Derek,
wall.
I had Farrah Fawcett poster. That Farrah Fawcett poster, I had that. I loved that poster.
I didn't have those. I had
Oh, I did.
I had Tracy Lords.
Every girl I knew as a kid had that
I did.
hairdo.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You were what? Just a boy, and you had Tracy Lords?
Yes.
Okay. I had Farrah.
What's wrong with that?
Oh no, nothing. I just, yeah.
I know who that is. I know who that
I
is.
do
'cause
too.
can
I do
see
too.
it.
I do too. Yeah. All I had to see was drip, drip. I knew it was.
Speak
You
of
remember
devil.
the Cinemax After Dark on Friday nights,
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
where you get a chair and stand up in the chairs, look down at the TV so you can see it.
The swirly. What up, Ben?
Hey Ben.
Mr. Ben Walker, welcome to the store. Welcome to the show.
Oh, que paso? How's it going?
How's it going?
Speaking of that, yesterday, Ben, what was the anniversary of something? You got it on your head there.
Let's see that hat. Hang on a second.
Bullet Club.
Bullet
It was
Club.
a 10-year
10 years.
anniversary, right?
Oh, he's all
Yes.
set. Look at that.
Yeah.
I like that cup.
He's armed and in charge.
We're,
sir.
we're talking about all types of stuff. I got to ask Ben. Ben, when you were a kid, what was one of your most favorite TV shows growing up?
One you had to watch.
If you can name one that was your all-time favorite show,
18.
18.
there you go.
18. Always had to get to that. And I remember when all the action figures and all of that stuff came out,
Oh yeah.
they marketed that very well, just like they did hey Johnny. But just like they did Transformers and G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I missed
Oh.
that van and the figures, man.
Yeah.
I had
That
those
van was hot.
things.
That van was
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
BJ and the
They,
Bear. BJ and the Bear was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yep.
Dukes of Hazard. Never missed
Especially
it.
when they get the,
Yep.
especially when they got Judy Landers on there on the BJ
Oh
and the Bear.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Judy Landers' sister is hot too. I can't remember her sister. Audrey Landers.
Yeah, Audrey, yeah.
Oh, man.
She was on Dallas. She was on Dallas.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey
That's right.
guys, Daisy Duke.
Oh
Yes,
Daisy.
it did.
Oh Daisy. Oh Daisy.
Yeah. You couldn't have
Daisy
you couldn't have
Duke.
you couldn't have Daisy Duke on TV now. She's showing too much.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Never would be allowed.
But I'll tell you what, you guys keep talking about Charlie and Tilton. I'm going to have a moment alone. So,
Bow, bow, bow.
Mark, how do you really feel?
you don't want to know.
No,
Night
no.
Rider was a good show.
Knight Rider. That
Oh,
was a
Knight
good
Rider.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Theme music.
All those shows at that time frame in early to mid 80s,
Mm-hmm.
we were in the golden age of television. I always tell people like as far as sitcoms, we live in the golden age of TV.
We're talking guy movies, Gianni.
Because-
Guy
You're
movies.
you're never gonna see that in this time and era.
No, there's no way.
from
I mean,
from the
I-
early 70s to about 1990. No, you'll never see television like that again.
I got a movie for you guys. You guys remember DC Cab
Yep,
I remember. Yeah.
with
Yep.
Mr. T?
with Mr. T. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
Do you guys remember ABC Sunday Night Movie?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe it was Friday night the movies. There was something like it. There was a movie every Sunday night, and I think maybe Friday, maybe Wednesday night. I can't remember.
Didn't Disney do the Magical World of Disney on
Sunday
this
nights at
Sunday?
7:00. Sunday nights
Yep.
at 7:00.
Yeah.
They had a little special.
But no,
Fall
all the
Guys.
channels.
Yep.
Every channel would have the Monday movie of the week, the Tuesday movie of the week, and you don't see that at all.
Yeah.
No.
No. No, Disney tried to bring back a weekly movie.
Oh,
but it didn't-
Sanford and Son was one of my favorites.
That was one of my favorites too.
I would
The
say
Jeffersons.
Sanford
Jeffersons,
Sanford and
Good
Son
Times.
is the greatest
Hold on. I got
sitcom
that
of
theme
all
song.
time.
Chico and the Man.
Chico and the
Yeah.
Man.
I watched
Mhm.
Chico and the Man.
When he
That
killed
did-
himself, that was so
Yeah, it
sad.
didn't last long. I think it's 2
Oh,
seasons
yeah.
and it went off the air. Let's see. Where's the sounds here? Shoot. I've got the. Oh, shoot. I've got the
What about
San
the-
Francisco.
Remember the greatest American hero?
Oh, I
Yeah.
do.
Get
Believe it
out
or
of my
not.
head, Andy. I was just thinking about that one.
Didn't know how to use the costume. He just and he would crash all the time. And oh man, that was so.
What about the original Incredible Hulk?
Oh yeah,
Well, Lou
That was
David
Ferrigno.
good.
Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Oh
You know,
yeah.
Bill Bixby he could show emotion on those shows,
Mhm.
especially during the pilot movie. You could just see the
Mhm.
emotion in his face.
He was a
you
good
know.
actor. He could do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, he was.
I remember
That
the,
sounds-
the original Spider-Man movie. I remember the original Captain America movie
on the motorcycle.
on the motorcycle.
It
What
was
about
cool, but
What
wouldn't
about
really run?
the Superman with Christopher Reeve? Oh,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
You'll believe a
Great
man can
movie.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
And even the original Superman.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good. I watched a lot of it. Like I said, when I was younger, my dad used to watch a lot
George
of
I
that
never-
stuff.
I never missed 66 Batman with Adam West. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
That's
What
my
was
favorite.
what was the one show, the cowboy show? Was it Gunsmoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Gunsmoke,
My grandfather used to.
And there was
Bonanza,
one-
the Big Valley.
Yeah.
Wasn't Bonanza was the guy who
With
was
Hoss.
in
Yes.
there you go.
There you go.
That's ringtone.
What was the guy, was it Michael London, the guy on Little House on the Prairie?
Well,
Michael
House of
Landon.
Prairie, yeah. He was
Michael
the father.
Landon. Wasn't he in one of the cowboy movie shows?
Bonanza?
No, but
He's in
It was
Bonanza.
Bonanza. Okay.
He was little Joe on
Little
Bonanza.
Joe, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
MASH. That was pretty good.
No, I wouldn't.
I liked MASH except for the non-comedy episodes I didn't like. They were just
Yeah.
too deep. I wanted
Yeah.
comedy.
Yep.
Just a kid, you know.
Oh, here's one. The original Get Smart.
There you go.
Mhm.
Was there another remake of? Oh, yeah, they made a movie about it, didn't they? Yeah.
With the shoe phone.
Would you believe?
Hello?
Every day after school, I always two shows: Brady
Do
Bunch.
you know
Gilligan's Island and Brady
the Inspector Gadget cartoon was
And
based
Gomer
off
Pyle.
of
We
Get
had Gomer
Smart?
Pyle.
Oh, Gomer
Yep.
Pyle. Yeah.
Gomer Pyle. Yep.
We're gone.
Well, golly.
Yeah, I saw someone today that the girl who played Luann Poovey, his girlfriend, I think she's in
Yeah.
her 90s. It's like,
Wow.
oh my god. But
well,
Jeez.
actually,
Gomer, come on over, Gomer.
come on, go.
What about what was it? One Day at a Time.
Oh yeah.
What was
Yeah.
the other one? The lady, the single mother with the two daughters, and they had the handyman. Was the landlord?
That was one day. That was
That's
one day.
one day
at
at
a
a
time,
time.
Was it One Day at a Time?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie Franklin was the mom.
Yep.
Eddie Van Halen's ex-wife was one of the
Mhm.
daughters.
Nellie Bertinelli. Yeah.
Nellie Bertinelli, and then Mackenzie Phillips.
Yep. The
Actually-
Facts of Life.
I actually
That was
liked her
another
over
good one.
Nellie Bertinelli at the
I did
time.
too, Mark.
Yeah.
I liked her too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
She's
were
the-
both hot.
She's the daughter of Papa John Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Now, who was the? Oh, she was the stepdaughter of Tommy Chung, right?
No.
The
That's,
other sister, wasn't she?
Not that I know of.
No.
Mm-mm.
I thought she was.
Radon
Was
Chong
she-
was his daughter, stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Radon Chong isn't too bad
Oh,
herself,
yeah.
or was it?
Yeah,
Nope.
he was okay. Yeah.
Oh, there was another superhero movie on back in the late '70s, Aquaman. Patrick Duffy.
Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
from Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, he did that
He-
right before Dallas, didn't he?
Yes, before he became a Ewing. What was his name?
Bobby.
Bobby Ewing. He was Aquaman.
Yep.
Flash Gordon.
Oh, that movie with the Queen soundtrack.
Yep.
Oh, that was great. I
And
know.
then what was that? What was it? Eight is enough. That was another good show.
Adam Rich
Adam-
died recently,
He died about so many months ago. I was sad.
Yep. 2 or 3 months ago. Yes, very sad.
A lot. Matter of fact, there's a few of the kids that have passed away.
Yeah.
We can't forget the Brady Bunch guys.
Oh,
Nope.
was it 2 or 3? It was a few years ago. They bought the house.
Yes.
redid it so the inside looked exactly like the TV show. It was
Yep.
I had so much fun watching that every week.
I used to like I Dream of Jeannie.
2020.
That was
To
a
keep
good
on
one.
To keep on the wrestling thing, 2020 did air the WWF expose
Or
where
Dr. D, where he slammed,
Yeah.
he punched what's
Wasn't
in the side of a head.
I have that episode on a videotape.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah, he slapped him so hard he knocked the snot out
He
of
got a
him.
settlement out of Vince for that.
Oh, yeah, big time.
He ruptured his eardrum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But wrestling was fake.
Dr.
Yeah.
Dr. D still telling the story about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
D took care of that, didn't he?
Dr. D became a bounty hunter.
Career. He took care of his career too because he was done after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
became a bounty hunter in the later years.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
I could see that. Yeah.
Definitely.
What other question you want to ask, huh?
Mhm.
Man, we watched a lot of the similar
Oh, yeah.
shows.
We did.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you remember on Saturdays, Wide World of Sports on ABC?
Mhm.
Yes. Evil
Nothing
Knievel.
like
I always
that
watch
now.
episodes of Evil Knievel.
Nothing
You
like
remember
that
when
now.
wrestling was on ESPN for the first time?
AWA.
AWA.
Yep, AWA. Yep, and it was always at one of the casinos.
Casinos.
Yes. Showboat Casino in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when they used to air wrestling on Madison Square Garden TV, MSG TV.
I remember when ESPN started airing AWA, they had that one announcer, Ron Trongard.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a cool name, Ron Trongard. He had that real gravelly voice, and I saw that match with just yesterday with Kurt Hennig beating Nick Bockwinkel for the title, and Ron Trongard was talking, announcing the match. They showed him; he had his hair all poofed up. It's crazy.
I
Man.
remember when me and my brother first discovered WWF on Latin TV,
Oh yeah,
and it was the time where the Honky Tonk Man came out, and the announcer came out. He announces him, the Honky Tonk Man. I started losing it.
Honky tonky man.
That was when the Latin announce table started getting messed up back then.
Ah.
Them poor guys were going at it from way back when.
Yeah. What about Charlie's Angels?
Oh yeah.
Homemade
yeah.
Fair only did 1 year. I
Mhm.
still remember that year so well.
I remember what else? Barney Miller.
Oh, Barney Miller. Yeah,
Barney Miller was a good show.
yeah, it
What was the one where Tom Hanks was on Bosom Buddies?
Bosom
Yeah,
Buddies.
Bosom Buddies. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome Back, Cotter with John Travolta.
Ooh, yeah, that's another good one.
Mr.
Mhm.
Carter.
What about the one with Nell
What's
Carter?
that?
She played the housekeeper.
Give me a break.
Give me a break. That was another good one.
Yep.
What's happening? That was another good one. I
What's
like.
Oh, I loved What's Happening. Oh, I
Yeah,
loved
that's
that.
pretty good. Yeah.
What's
Rerun?
happening? Yeah.
Rerun.
Rerun? That's right, rerun.
Do you know Rerun was actually a dancer back in
Yeah,
the day?
he was
Before
a
He could
did
dance
the
on the show. He danced on the show.
Yeah, he
Uh,
professional dancer.
But that's what he was known for.
Yeah. Carl wants to know when we think they'll reveal the new WWE champion. Isn't that coming up at the next pay per view?
Night of
The Saudi.
Champions.
Night of Champions.
Saudi.
United
Saudi,
Champions
yeah.
in Saudi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
What's up, man? Roseanne, that was another.
What's up,
Uh,
man?
I didn't get into Roseanne that much, but
Uh-oh.
there's one scene that I keep. It cracks me every time I see it, and that was when Roseanne was trying to scare her husband, and she poofed her hair up like it was standing straight up, and he came into the kitchen. She had hold of a toaster, shaking her hair, standing on it like she's shocking herself.
My favorite episode of Roseanne was when they got a hold of the pot.
Oh,
There's
just like
nobody here
Roseanne.
but me and my ganja.
But their Halloween shows were classic every year. They were hilarious, the classic
Yeah.
Halloween shows.
Chips.
Her sister-
Chips is
her
another
s-
one.
There you
Chip?
go.
Ponch always got
Speaking
the
of-
celebrities to come to their events. You know.
Speaking of chips, they're going to be here at that con that I told you in August.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of big people. Scott Steiner's going to be there too.
Sounds good.
Is Caitlyn Jenner going to be there? She was on Chips.
Oh, Jesus. I'd pay not to see her.
Oh, I remember the brunette traffic cop that was on that show before Bonnie.
Another blonde. What
Yeah,
about
well,
the
Bonnie
blonde
was
that
one.
on
Bonnie's
there,
pretty,
too?
but the one before her was pretty too. She's a brunette.
Yeah, that was
I
the one
can't
with the short hair, right?
Yeah, she had the
one
bob.
you're talking
the
about?
blonde-
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
the one,
yeah.
the one I'm talking about had the long dark hair.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
cannot remember what her name was, but I liked her.
That captain was a pimp, though. He used to flirt with all the girls.
He was a pimp.
I'm gonna look that
Legit
up.
pimp.
I'll look this up.
Oh.
Do you
Hmm.
remember? What was it? Was it Blue Thunder?
Oh yeah, the TV
The
series wasn't as
helicopter
good
one.
as a.
Yeah, the helicopter one. What was the other one? Nighthawk.
Yeah,
was
no, it
another
was
one,
not. No, it wasn't Nighthawk. It was Was it Nighthawk?
The guy with the
No,
blue eyes. The actor
Yeah,
with the bright
Jan
blue
Michael
eyes.
Vincent. Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
Tuesdays were always awesome because you had Happy Days at 8, Laverne and Show at 8:30.
Airwolf. It wasn't
then
Nighthawk. It's
Three's
Airwolf.
Airwolf. That's it. That's
Okay.
The
it.
Three's
My
Company at
bad.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Happy Days was one of my favorite shows. The Fonz.
Happy Days. Yeah.
I remember when Fonzie. Remember when he jumped the shark?
And that's where the
Yeah.
second comes from. Yep.
Yep.
What the
I'm
second?
trying to find this.
Didn't they
find this
do?
one
Oh,
from
they
the top.
did. Joni and Chachi, the spinoff.
Yeah, Joni Loves Chachi. I think it lasted
Yeah.
Mhm.
one year. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was, then they brought him back to the show.
Yeah.
They tried, but
The good old days of TV, man. When we were kids, we were all watch TV with families.
and then
Remember,
Saturday
you
night,
always are in the living room all together.
oh yeah. And then Saturday night was Love Boat, and then Fantasy Island, and then
The
Saturday
Love
Night Live
Boat.
at 11:30.
The Love
Fantasy
Boat. That's
Island.
another good one.
Oh, I
They did-
like Love Boat.
What was
Well,
the What was the real scrawny looking guy? He used to flirt with all the women.
See you, Platinum.
Gopher.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching,
Gopher.
Platinum. Thanks for watching, Platinum. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night, Platinum.
Platinum.
This is
the
funny.
doc-
I'm
the
looking on
doctor was a pimp.
I'm looking on IMDb for Chips, and they have Caitlyn Jenner as Officer
Oh my
Steve
God.
McClish. Caitlyn Jenner is Officer Steve McClish.
Really?
Randy Oakes was the one that played Bonnie Clark. But I'm
That's
trying to
it.
find the brunette that played the cop before her, the female cop.
Who
before
was
her.
the guy that played the doctor on the Love Boat?
Oh, what's his name?
Bernie Coppell.
Bernie Coppell.
That
I can't
man
remember-
by
got
the
a,
way.
that
Captain
man got all
Yeah.
the women.
Captain.
He had a brain. He
Stewart
did a
year
brain
ago or
tumor.
so.
And the bartender was what's his name?
Oh, that was Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, Isaac.
Isaac was the man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I think Tina Gale was the female, the brunette female cop. She played. What did she play?
Mark, all I
Somebody-
gotta say is those pants.
Yeah, Tina Gale
That's
played
all
Officer
that's-
Kathleen.
That's all I gotta say.
That's all you got to say.
I'm sorry, I'm
When I was a
googling.
little
What are you
kid,
talking about?
I had to sit there with the pillow. Is this a good show? Yeah, it's a good show.
Okay, what are you talking about? Oh, that's not her. Okay, that's not her. Oh, she's pretty too, though. Wow. Okay. Huh.
Man, it's amazing. We could go on and on with this stuff.
We could. We sure could. Trying to find this other female cop. But look up on IMDb. Look up Chips, and look. You'll see Caitlyn Jenner with her picture.
I can't believe.
Oh,
Was
no.
it before all the surgery?
I can't tell. I don't know.
They probably put a current picture up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Randy Oakes. Okay, and then
Kevin, you're such a putz.
so we're looking for a brunette from Chips, Mark.
huh?
We're looking for a brunette from Chips.
Yeah. She was in the first season or two,
Brienne Leary.
maybe. Ted Lang was the bartender. Yeah, Isaac.
Yes.
Yeah, Bertie Coppell that played the doctor.
Is this
He
the girl? Is this
that's
the girl?
her. That's her. Yes. How'd you
Brienne
find her so
Leary.
fast? Okay.
Just Google Chips cast.
Jeez. Okay.
Dude, he's
Uh,
the man. He can find anybody.
Yeah, you can.
He's the one.
She was my favorite. But Bernie Coppell that played the doctor, he died of a brain tumor, I believe.
No, Bernie
My
Coppell's
man.
still alive.
No, he's not.
Yeah, hang on.
Definitely, Kevin. Definitely. Yeah, he was the definition of a pimp, man.
Is he still alive? I thought he died. No, he is
Who
still alive. I
was-
thought he.
Yeah,
Who
no,
was
he's
the-
still alive.
Who
Okay,
was
I thought he
the,
died.
No,
Who
Captain
was-
Stubing died.
Yeah, I knew that.
trying to think who else.
I thought Bernie Coppell died of a brain tumor. Huh.
Who was the
Wow.
I don't want to say. I know who the daughter was. Who was the other girl that played the? She was like the boat director.
Lauren
Young.
Tweez.
Lauren
Lauren
Tweez
Tweez.
was.
Oh yeah, she was a nice one too.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen her lately?
No.
No.
Big
Oh,
girl.
just like Kathleen Turner and what's her name from Top Gun? Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Okay. Officer Cindy Cahill. That's who she played.
Ooh, yeah.
Brienne Leary. Okay.
Told you those pants, Mark.
You got to tell what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but what do you pay that much attention?
How tight their uniform pants were.
Oh, yeah. You can tell what religion they were.
What?
Tell what kind of religion they are.
Well, you could.
Oh, man.
Oh. We love you too, Kevin. Well, I
And
mean,
they
you
had-
could. There was,
Hey, Kevin.
And they
Just
had those
think of it-
boots up
Yeah.
the calf.
yeah. Even when they're driving the cars, they wore those boots.
What do you think of that, Ben?
Yeah, I think I'm getting confused with a different character from a different show, maybe.
Who's 81?
Bernie Coppell,
Oh, okay.
the doc.
You guys might want to check chat.
I gotta
Do I
look.
really want
You guys
to?
remember the Carol Burnett show? that was pretty cool.
Did you see the one? It's always on the blooper shows. Where
I'm snorting here. That was the first time I snorted.
what was I talking about?
Not
talking about
safe for
something else.
work. Not safe for work.
Oh dear.
That is not.
Okay.
That is not safe for work.
No, it's not safe for anything.
No.
That definitely doesn't
Um,
bring
Clear
May
that one.
Such
flowers.
a wonderful month.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Starsky and Hutch was another show.
Oh
There
yeah.
you go.
The striped tomato.
Yep.
They always had nicknames for cars. I remember they found one. It was like an El Camino. It was blue in color, and I think Hutch referred to as a blueberry on wheels.
I agree, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
What about Beretta?
Beretta was good
Oh, I love
There
Beretta.
you go.
Love Beretta.
before he
I
became a
love.
killer.
What was his bird's name? Frankie, right?
Fred,
Was it Frankie?
He had
Fred?
Fred, and then he had the guy. Remember Huggy Bear?
That was
Yes.
Starsky and Hutch.
It was
Okay, what was the
Starsky and
name of
Hutch.
the guy
Yep.
that used to help Beretta?
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't Huggy Bear. He was on Starsky
Okay.
and
The
Hutch.
fall guy. That was another one.
Yep.
My dad would let me stay up when he came in. I used to sneak out to come out when my dad got
Beretta.
home, and he would let me sit down and watch all the. They would run them overnight after 11, because they would replay them after certain hours. You remember? Was it Rockford Files?
Oh, that was a good show.
What was the detective one? Not the. What's his name? He had the gray hair. What was his name? I can't think of it.
Rooster was the guy that helped Beretta.
Okay.
Rooster.
Okay.
That's it.
They should
I'm
do a
trying to-
movie based on that TV show.
I know they had the one guy from The Odd Couple had a detective show. Quincy. No, it wasn't him.
Quincy was a good show, though.
Quincy was a good show, but there was another show. Was it the guy from The Odd Couple? Quincy?
Yeah. Yeah. Jack
Yeah,
Klugman.
Okay.
Jack
Jack
Klugman.
Klugman. Okay.
Jack
Yeah.
Klugman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
What you gonna say, Ben?
we didn't mention Webster. We
taking it all
didn't
in.
mention Silver Spoons.
Yes.
What was the other one?
Like I
Different
said,
Strokes.
Different Strokes.
We grew up in an era there was plenty to
Oh,
watch.
I
on
got one
TV.
for you.
Yep.
Did you know Different Strokes who sang the theme song?
No.
Believe it or not, do you remember the show with, I want to say, Mark Harmon, where he played Mike? And I
I
had his
remember he
brother
played
Ben.
this TV series.
What was his name? It was something Allen. I'm trying to think of it. His son is
I
a
don't know.
famous singer now. What's his name?
Don't know. Yeah, Ben, you're right. There was so much to watch on TV back in the day. You know, we went out, played outside till dark, and then we came in and watched TV.
Right.
It's gonna bother me.
Right.
I'll tell you guys when I find out.
The
He was
only
a
time I
famous
watch
actor
TV
too.
The only time I watched TV during the day was during the winter, and that's because I grew up in Chicago. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
it was ice cold in the winter.
Porky
Even
Mindy
then,
was good.
we would go outside and play for a little bit and then go in.
Well, here's one. Did you guys have more than one TV in your house when you were kids?
I had a little black and white TV in
Yeah,
my
I had a little
bedroom.
black and white.
We had a floor model in the living room, and a floor model. My mom
Yep.
bought us one for our bedroom, so we
Mhm.
could watch TV in our room.
Yep,
Yeah,
me too.
we had the color TV in the living room, and then we had the black and white in the bedroom.
Yeah, I had a little black and white 12-inch in the room.
Yes, it did, Kev. Oh, what is his name? Alan Font.
Oh, that was Candid Camera.
Candid Camera was great.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
what was
well,
his
that's not the
name?
guy.
He played the father. What the hell's his name?
The Father and What
It's-
TV
Alan
show.
Funt played the father.
Uh, it was a show with the brother Ben. He was blonde headed. Mark Harmon.
Okay.
And the mother was a famous actress too. Jesus.
Oh, it wasn't him.
No. It'll come to me after the show. Watch.
I'll look it up.
But
I'll
he
look it up.
sang the theme song to Different Strokes, and I just watched it the other day, and I couldn't believe it. He's like, "No, that's my dad."
Oh wow!
Let's see. Let's go way back. You remember when he played Ted Bundy, Mark Harmon?
Yeah.
Ted Bundy.
No, I
I'm
don't think
fascinated
it was.
by that
I
case.
don't think
by
it
the
was
way.
Mark Harmon. No, I got the actors all wrong, man. It's
Okay,
not
I was
Mark
about to say-
Harmon.
I'm looking up Mark Harmon. I don't see.
I don't
Is
see
it Growing Pains?
Growing Pains was Alan Thicke, wasn't it?
Alan
Yeah.
Thicke was the guy who sang the theme song to Different
He
Strokes.
sang. Yes, he was a singer.
Yes,
That's right.
He sang the Different Strokes theme song.
Okay.
That's
I heard
Alan
that
Thicke.
somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Was right on the tip of my tongue.
He was very talented.
His son is named Robin Thicke.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he had the song. He got sued for his song being a ripoff of. I can't think.
Thank
of
you, Jason. Yes.
Hey, Jace.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Sadly, we lost Alan Thicke. We lost
Lost too many.
Bob
of them.
Saget from America's Funniest Home Videos.
America's Funniest Home Videos, man.
Which is still on. I couldn't tell you who the host is, but it's still on.
I can't remember who it is either. The
Sunday.
guy that used to be on the host of the Hollywood Squares is hosting it now, I think, or used to.
I used to love Candy Camera, man. That was good too.
Oh,
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
I remember the funniest one I thought was the old lady that was sweeping the sidewalk. People walk by, she'd take that broom and whack him in the butt.
Hit him in the butt. Yeah.
And the last one she did, that she chased him down the street.
Do you
You know,
remember the one where the guy dresses up as a tree and stands in the pot like he's a plant?
Yeah. You get shot nowadays for that. Yes, we do.
I used to-
Oh, yeah.
Saturday
Animal.
nights. Saturday nights at 10 o'clock. I used to love the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah.
Carol
I didn't
was
watch
great.
Burnett back in the day, but I watched a lot of the reruns since then. Oh,
Oh yeah.
What about the Alfred Hitchcock Hour?
I never watched it. I was scared.
Night Gallery. Night
Yeah,
Gallery. Remember Night Gallery?
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I watched Night Gallery before I even knew there was a Twilight Zone. Same guy hosted it.
Twilight
Rod Stewart.
Zone. That was another good one. What about the Vampire Show?
Which one?
Which one?
The one that
Night
was on
Stalker?
PBS. Yeah, Night Stalker. I think it was.
With,
it was on PBS. I believe it was.
PBS.
Yeah. There
Is
was
this the
one
one
of
where
them on PBS.
Is this the one where the vampires in Las Vegas
No.
with Kolchak?
No.
There's a good
1970.
show.
I've got it on DVD. The first two episodes.
Vegas with Robert Urich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Do
you
you
know
remember when
when we flew out to Vegas in 1981,
Mhm.
and I wanted to go find out where Dan Tana lived. He always pulled in behind the Desert Inn. So
Yeah.
my dad and I, one night we walked down the strip and walked to the Desert Inn. I walked back to the parking lot back behind there looking for that building. And a security guard caught us. He said, "What are you doing back here?" So we're looking for Dan Tana's house. He said, "Oh, it's over behind the Circus. That's where we were staying." So, sure enough, I found it.
Good. That's good.
Just an abandoned warehouse.
Do you remember when 3D first came out on national television? and you had to get the glasses.
The blue
at,
and
at
red
certain
glasses.
stores. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get them from 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Yeah. Creature from the Black Lagoon was the movie.
There
here.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dracula and the Wolfman,
I
Frankenstein.
remember Frankenstein.
Okay, guys, stop. We're dating ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't care.
Sorry,
I'm
Marty.
already-
I'm
I'm
sorry,
already-
man. I'm having like positive flashbacks, from when I was a kid.
Actually,
Yeah.
Kevin, the 70s were the best.
I agree.
Just sitting around the TV with the family, where families actually sat around the TV, sat around
family
the
time.
table.
Family time.
Yeah.
We didn't have internet. We didn't have any distractions. We
Everybody
ate dinner.
had their
Then
own little cell phone, and
we sat at the kitchen table, ate dinner together, and then we
Yeah,
would go in
we're-
the living room, watch TV.
I'm going to date ourselves a little bit more. Remember the cord phone that you would put the extra long cord on to go
Oh,
in the
yeah.
bedroom?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like on Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Gosh.
On the phone.
The party line.
Party line. Yeah, we had a party line. Yeah. Yes, we do
Oh,
remember black and white TV. We sure do.
Yep.
oh yeah,
And we watched Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and those were actually filmed in the 30s.
yeah.
So they're
I
still showing.
remember.
I still remember Kung Fu Theater.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh, yeah, I
with
forgot about that,
with
yeah.
the voiceovers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
They
re-
never matched the mouth, did they?
Right.
I
yeah.
remember taking the old black and white TV and putting it on top of the other TV, and the picture would go to the other TV. Somehow it would play on both TVs.
Oh yeah.
I was the remote. Yeah, I would be in my bedroom, and my mom or dad would holler at me, say, "Mark, come here."
And
I'm like,
then-
"Oh, they want
Yep.
me. I'm going
And
to
if you
use
couldn't
that
get a
for
good-
channel 5, please."
And if
Right.
you couldn't get a good picture, the more aluminum foil you put on the antenna sometimes would help.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Hanging in aluminum foil.
Well,
Yeah.
we had antennas on the roof of the apartment building,
Yeah.
Huh.
and you had to go up and adjust it, and you would yell down, and the window would be there in the alleyway. Is that
Mhm.
good enough? No, turn it to the
Yeah, I
left.
And they finally made antennas that turned electrically, so you didn't have to leave the
Mhm.
house.
Yep.
The good old days.
The good old days.
Yep. Kids these days don't know what they missed out on. They think they got. We got so
You
much
try to
drama with
explain
the
to a
kids
kid
nowadays.
that only having 3 or 4 channels. They're like,
I know.
What?
I know Andy and Ben maybe relate to me, but do you remember sitting out on the stoop
Kevin.
of the apartment building,
Yeah.
just sitting down and hanging out in the summers and stuff like that?
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
hear the music come
Oh,
out with
yeah.
the boom box and play music,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Oh,
Johnny
yeah.
Fever.
Then they had the
WKRP was
fire
great.
hydrant, turn it on, and we're out there playing in the fire hydrants.
Well, I
We all
grew
know
up
what
in.
the best thing about WKRP was Lonnie Anderson.
Yes.
Oh,
There was
but-
2 good things about Lonnie Anderson.
Well, 3 if you want to think about it. But
I thought that was a solo show. There was other people in the show.
Yeah, was there?
Was there what?
guess. Other people in the show.
Lonnie and the DJ was my favorite of the whole show, and the
Dr.
weather
Johnny
guy,
Howard
Yeah.
Hessman. Howard
Les,
Hessman.
Howard Hessman.
Les Nessman was the other guy, the weather guy.
Remember
You
they
thought
used
the
to do
turkeys
the
could fly.
Yes.
they used to do the sound effects.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought turkeys could fly. Honestly.
Yes. Yeah. I grew up in a mobile home in a rural town, and we didn't have fire hydrants. But what we did have, we had the little whirlybird sprinkler. My parents put out there the garden hose. We'd run through it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We had
That was
one
our
of those, too.
splash pad back in the day.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we did that when I moved down to South Florida.
And we drank out of that same garden hose.
Oh, the
Oh,
garden hose. Oh
And
yeah.
I lived to
But
tell the tale.
but you left to let it run a little bit so the water cooled off a little
Yeah,
bit.
good old
Yes.
cold
Because
water.
you'd always get the hot water. Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always let it run.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, kids these days. I've told people, and I probably said on the show before, but I've said this many, many times. I truly believe this. I don't believe that you and I could survive our kids' childhood today,
There's
and
no,
I'm
Oh, no.
almost, and I'm 100% certain they would not be able to survive our childhood.
No,
no way.
no.
No. You try to explain how it was, and they look at you like, "Are you crazy? What?"
Mhm.
Your phone had a cord?
A
I remember
cord?
showing my son the last surviving payphone down in Miami. We went to Seaquarium in
Mhm.
Miami. He
Yeah.
goes, "What's that?" So I
Yeah.
said, "Go up to it." He picks it up. I mean, it didn't work, but they had it there for
Yeah.
like nostalgia.
Yeah.
He goes, "You guys had to pay 25 cents?" I said, "When I was a kid, it was 10 cents."
It's done.
Yep. I miss
Yep.
my childhood. I miss the 1970s was the best time to grow up, wasn't it, Andy?
I agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Our childhoods made us who we are today.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can say
70s
that,
and
yeah.
70s and 80s.
I agree. I agree.
I always relate to the Bad News Bears.
Oh,
Remember when?
yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That is
Remember
one
when-
of the most 70s, 80ish movies you'll ever watch.
You remember when we were
Period.
kids and we fell off our bike? We went in crying. Our mother put a Band-Aid on and said, "Go back out there."
Mark will
no,
remember this.
You
Remember
got
from
a
the
Band-Aid?
70s, Mark?
You got a Band-Aid?
Mark, remember Mercurochrome.
Yes. Let's have
Oh.
a burn.
You put every cut. You come put Mercurochrome. It's
Right.
like, it
Yeah.
hurt like
Oh,
hell.
gosh.
Like, go get
Oh, my mom
Mercurochrome
had
and-
the iodine. The
Iodine.
iodine.
Yeah, no,
Right,
no thanks,
yeah.
Mom. I think I'll just no thanks, Mom. I think I'll just die.
I have iodine.
Mercurochrome.
You didn't
What?
even get alcohol. You got iodine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the shit would bubble up on your sword.
And it was the same bottle. Remember, Ben?
Yeah.
The thing looked like it was from the 50s.
Right.
And then what were the little kids aspirin, like Joseph's, tastes like candy.
St. Joseph's
Yeah.
aspirin.
They
No.
they let it they put it in a teaspoon of water and they let it dissolve and they gave it to you.
I mean,
These
we
taste
ate
like
dirt
candy.
as we
Two
ate
of
dirt as kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, we swam in the Hudson River in
Ugh.
New York.
I used to have metal trucks. You go out in the yard and play in the dirt with the metal trucks. Kids says
The
like,
Tonka
you
trucks
did
with the
what?
lead paint.
You did what?
The Tonka trucks with the lead paint, remember? The
Oh,
yellow-
yeah. I had
Yeah.
some.
What,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was lead?
Yeah.
What was lead paint back then? We didn't
Right.
know what that was.
We didn't know any better.
Right.
We're just glad to get outside and play.
The asbestos in
Yeah.
the schools.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We'd
kids
have
used to-
prox.
And then the
we
kids
didn't
now
have prox
have
back
air conditioning. None of my schools had air conditioning.
Oh no.
No, we had
Just
those
the office
old-fashioned.
where the principal was, but not
We had
the
those
rest of them.
old-fashioned. We had those old-fashioned cast iron radiators for heat.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That is if you had a classroom that would get heat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, you
and
know?
if you lived in an apartment building, the landlord controlled the heat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
In a
there's
six
right.
store, in like
Through
a
the-
six
through the
family
boiler.
apartment building,
Yeah, through the
Mhm.
boiler. Yeah.
and you hear them turn on. Ding, 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 ding.
And summer nights, you chase fireflies.
Oh yeah, fireflies were great. They didn't bite. They were fun to catch.
I remember as a
Take 'em
kid
and
going
shake-
to the
shake 'em and
rooftop
put them in your hand and
Yep.
look at them. Yeah.
and watching the Macy's Day fireworks. Because where we live, if you faced a certain way, you can see all the fireworks.
Hmm.
Just a fan. Yep, I remember that. Remember the portables? Did you guys have portable rooms for school?
Yes,
When
blue
I
buildings.
when I
We call
moved down
them blue
here, we
buildings.
had the portables. Yeah.
They're blue here. That's where special ed kids went. Here. I didn't know
Hey,
that.
hey,
at the
hey!
time.
I was one of those kids.
No, I'm saying that. They
I was
actually
one of those kids.
were okay. Well, I didn't know that's what they were at the time. Found out later. But well, we're out of time, guys. I enjoyed the trip down memory lane. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We kind of got off on some nostalgia, but we
It was
ran
all
out of
fun.
material. Ran out of material.
Hey, we filled in for a second hour, man.
We sure
we
did.
said
We
1
sure did.
hour.
Yeah, we did say 1 hour or hour and a half, I think.
Yep.
But we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit more content. And is there any events coming up in wrestling?
Well, this weekend's
Yeah,
Bash Backlash.
Yeah.
Backlash. Okay, we'll talk
You
about
almost said
that.
bash like I was saying.
We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about some other stuff. But again, congratulations to Carmella and Corey Graves. And
Oh yeah.
they're
And,
expecting a child in.
thanks for joining us, Ben.
Anytime. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me.
And congratulations to Ashley on the new job.
Yes, congratulations,
Yes.
Ashley.
Yes, she can move out again. Just kidding. Just kidding. So join us next week, and until then, have a great week and a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week, everybody.
You guys have a blessed weekend.
Good night.
Yeah.